Yo, 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 yo. Good evening. What's up? Hi, Raiders. What's going on, Raiders? Good evening. Welcome in. Man, you guys starting a hype train already. Starting up with a hype. What's going on? Listen, you guys got ahead of me. I was supposed to do the start early thing, take the commercial break. That way, like during the timer thing. See, look. It's the thing. It's still 3 minutes on the clock. Oh, hi, Tarpitude. I know, Grungandola. It's crazy. What's going on, everybody? Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome into Arcfall Eve. Somebody give Jonathan Wick a sub real quick. You've got 10 seconds. Otherwise, he's going to go to heads, and there is nothing I can do about it. 5, 4, 3, 2. There it goes. We'll be right back. Woo! Good evening. Welcome in. Let me say hello and thank you to a couple of people who have joined our chat. Lazarus, thank you for the 23-month resub. Engineer with the 7-month resub, thank you. Jadzia, 19 months. Griffin on the 16-month resub, thank you. D-Boot, thanks for the follow. Rev Deuce for the big old stinky raid. Look at you. Odysseus, 17 months on the resub. Thank you. Floyd, thank you for the 3-month resub. Lord Iscarin, 17 months. Prime Rex, 16 months on the resub. Voltron on 23 months. Thank you. Moose on the 10-month resub. Appreciate that very much. What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? Welcome in. Do you like that new opening theme? Not like a theme, just like the track. I kind of like the track. And this one comes in and it's like now all weird and stuff. Thank you. What's up, Stradaloria, for the 15-month resub. Freelancer, thanks for the 200 kitty bitties. Appreciate it. Colin, thanks for the follow. Angry Lou, 5 months on the resub. Fake Joe, thanks for 10 months on the resub. Kern with the resub. And Dominus Prime with the 100 kitty bitties. Indy Hoosier with the 20-month resub. Griffin, thanks for dropping a gifted sub into the chat. Twa for the 15-month resub. Q, thank you. Flight Leader, thank you for the resub. Garrick with the resub. Jongo with the resub. Jonathan Ingram with the resub. Hi, Smelly Beard, thank you for the follow. Scribbler with the resub. 16 months already. Pierce, Peace, or Assimilation, thank you for the 9-month resub. Good evening, everybody. Welcome. 65 seconds to air. Mid Strangler, thank you for the 10-month resub. You guys are insane. 3.5 minutes, and you're already into a level 5 hype train. Woo! Look at you. Mid Strangler, thank you. Oh, Griffin. Griffin getting crazy with his bad self. Griffin, what are you doing? Griffin, thank you very much for dropping 20 gifted into the chat. Hopefully that benefits one of you out there getting entries into our cruise sweepstakes and not having to watch ads anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, as we approach showtime, 15 seconds to air, allow me to introduce to you my wonderful panel of guests tonight. Broadcasting live from New Zealand, Steven Zarin. What's up? Oh, he's not actually going to talk. He's probably underneath the tractor.
How's it going?
Oh, there he is. There he is. There he is. What's up, man?
Busy working.
Busy working. Ladies and gentlemen, trying to pay the bills. I get it. Good evening. Welcome into the show. Appreciate you guys all being here. What's up? Oh, watch the alerts just blast through now. Horn Demon, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Zoidberg, thank you for the 100 kitty bitties. Leon for the 17-month resub. Unlucky, thank you for the follow. Anubis with the stream streak. Thank you. Data with the 21-month resub. Thank you so very much. My name is UltimatDJz. Introducing you to our wonderful panel of guests tonight. You heard Steven Zarin. Ladies and gentlemen, our latest entrant into the Talking Trek Laboratory everywhere it matters. Good evening to you, Matters.
Hey, DJz, how's it going, buddy?
I'm good, man. Welcome in. How are you? Hello.
Well,
Thanks for the
wonderful,
follow,
thank you.
Biker. Appreciate it. Lots of stuff going on tonight. Got to make that money for the new ship acquisition, says Envenadia. Listen, I know it's gonna sound bad. I'm buying the ship. I might buy the ship before Scopely even gives it to me, just to prove to you that I want it, Matters. Just to prove to the people that I want it, I might buy it anyway. Just to show everybody that I'm not full of crap.
So that you can rip 2 holes?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And then when I get my free one, I'll be able to rip it 3 times. Oh, I know. Dragon Keeper says, oh, Lord, shill. That's right, Blue Meanie. Plus, I will buy Rev's Audience one, too. That's how excited I am for this ship. I am as excited for this ship as I was the Borg Cube. Take that. That may be a bad thing. I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Talking Trek Laboratory, Jules Verne. Jules Verne, good evening to you. What's up?
Talk about the ship.
How you doing? You ready to talk about the ship?
I am.
Oh, boy.
Talk about it.
Listen,
What does it do?
Jules sent me messages a minute ago. He said, I've got questions. I got questions. I was like, you know what? I got
Just a
answers. I got answers. I'm going to give you all the answers tonight. All right?
We'll see. I'm going to try to stump you.
You will not be able to.
Oh, okay.
You will not be able to. Challenge accepted, right? All right. Tell us
all right.
all the things. I'm going to tell you all the things. And we're going to start collating some data coming up, I guess tomorrow night, Jules. We're going to have all the stinky data. We're going to have numbers. As a matter of fact, guys.
We don't do numbers here.
I listen, here's what I decided to do. All right. Beck and I were talking about this, and we decided that we were going to play with y'all's hearts and minds a little bit. We're going to hype the ship. I'm going to answer the questions according to the very strict Q&A that I'm allowed to conduct with you guys tonight. But I already have the data. I already know how good this ship's going to be. I already know all the refinery things. I know the things. I know all the things, Jules. But I'm going to make you wait 24
exciting.
hours. I'm going to make you wait 24 hours on. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Dang it. I
Yep.
was really hoping.
I'll make you wait 24
how about
hours
we
on the
just
things.
settle on 12 hours?
I won't be able to stream tomorrow. 12 hours. Oh, yeah. Okay, thanks. Chipmunk voice. You know, why?
Why today? Why today, of all days, we got to do this big old super stinking hype thing, and you want me to talk like a chipmunk? I don't like it. I don't like it. It's not okay. Thank you, Kirok of 9. Thanks for the kitty bitties. Appreciate that very much. Thank you, guys. What's going on in 6 hours and 35 minutes? I'm still not even going to give you the data then. I've got charts. Well, okay, let me rephrase. I don't have charts. I just have really ugly blobs of data. I'm going to have to give them to Jules to make them pretty. Okay, can we do that? I'll give them to you, Jules, to make them pretty. You just...
Yes.
Yes. I'll give you all the data
hours.
to make them very pretty. Thank you guys very much for the hype train. You guys are incredible. A level 7 hype train, and we've been on the air for 12 minutes. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Mormon, thanks for the resub. And Honey with the resub. Thank you. You guys are amazing. Brian, Canine Tooth. Thank you. Annie McAnnie Face, Indominus Prime, Kenny Kirko, Biker J. Thank you guys all for joining our community. Appreciate it very much. Lost says, I just watched your raid video on YouTube. That was not the right button.
There we go. I was trying to turn it off. Hey, Puddin'. Jedzia, have a great night. Oh, you got to work in 6 hours. That's stinky. So does Beck and Echo and the Arc Runner and everybody else. They're also working in about 6 hours. I told Beck to go get some sleep. I don't think she's listening. I bet, listen, Jules, if I'm a betting man, she's probably in the chat making sure I don't do anything stupid tonight. Anybody want to take bets on that? Bets on whether or not Beck is babysitting tonight. Everywhere It Matters says, oh, for sure. Yodi says she don't trust you. Major Samo says Beck is always watching. 1,000% she's watching. You put up the toy mice betting. Oh, she's here. Listen, she's here. You don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to worry about that. Beck is like Badgie, always monitoring comms, and that is true. Ladies and gentlemen, I also have somebody who has rejoined. It's just been gone for a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my friend Griffin is here. Griffin, how are you, my man? Welcome back to the show.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? How you doing, DJs?
Right.
Beck is just Beck, I know. Yeah, I'm good, man. Welcome back. How are you? Are you good?
Oh, it's been a long road getting from there to here, but I am doing much better now.
You're the best.
And back home, settled in, and marching on through life.
Good. I'm glad. Lost Soul says, where you been? Wait, where have I been? Or Griffin? We miss our DJs. I've been here. What are you talking about? Griffin, he's been gone for a few weeks, though. Proof of life. There it is. He's here. Griffin,
I have proof of life. I have arrived.
You're doing good. Listen, tonight is probably not the night, but I do want to spend some time and talk with you a little bit. And maybe if you feel like decompressing or sharing with the audience anything that you'd like to share, then we'll do that. But tonight, Griffin,
we're focused on one thing. We're focused on ripping space and inviting our friends.
We are focused on ripping space. What up, party people? How you doing, Real Me Wow? We are ripping space tonight with the brand new Gorn Eviscerator. Okay, that's it. The Gorn Eviscerator is this month's new ship, and I am and have been excited for this ship for some time. Griffin, I said 2 or 3 months ago that
the month of May. You are jacked for the month of May.
I've been talking about the month of May for a little while. Dragon Keeper says it's trash. Dragon Keeper, you don't even know what you're talking about yet. Why are you always so grumpy?
He's just mad that he lost the bet that you were going to go on before 11 o'clock at night tonight.
Oh, you lost that bet?
Oh, yeah. We throw dice. We play major gambling bets about when you're going to show up. And he definitely lost big tonight.
He's grumpy. He's so grumpy. Well, the Gorn Eviscerator is our brand new ship. It is launching into the game tomorrow. And what is it going to do? What's it going to do? It's going to rip space. It's going to slaughter Gorn. It's going to highly reward us. And it's going to let us celebrate with all of our friends. Real Me Wow says we can't be grumpy. Dragon Keeper is always grumpy. He doesn't even give something a chance to be great. He's just always grumpy. All right.
If he were a Smurf, he would be Gargamel, which was not a Smurf, but you know what I mean.
He was the one that ate the Smurfs, man. Like Papa Smurf is running off now. He's hiding. SKZ says, is it going to be grindable for free to play? So I have a very specific list of questions that I'm allowed to answer for you guys tonight. I am simply going to answer with the word yes. Okay? That's it. I am not giving any details. I am simply saying the word yes. AJ says I'm funny. No, I'm not being funny. I'm just saying I've already been... Community? Mimi said Rev said that there would be a free-to-play path. Okay, first of all, Rev successfully avoided the subject for 2 hours, and then apparently I came on the show and ruined it in like 3 minutes. All
also,
right.
Mom said that I could have ice cream tonight, Dad.
Are there new officers? Yes. Pirate Yaya says shocking. How long for free-to-play acquisition? Can't tell you that yet. But it's going to be good. Is it bigger than a bread box?
Yes.
Okay.
Can confirm.
Don't even know what that means.
Is the ship bigger than a bread box? Yes.
Okay. Johnny 5 says, is Jules grindable? Well,
Whoa.
he did.
We'll have to ask Mrs. Vern.
He did just
Yes,
have a
but not
baby.
free to
Just
play.
saying. Wait, what?
Yes, but not free to play.
Oh!
Hold on. Where's my button? There it is.
He's got joke.
There you go. Oh my. There you go. Does it fix PvP? No. Duke says, I'm hoping there's more than just this ship based on how excited for May you seem to be. Well, I mean, it depends on... Okay. It depends on what you mean by more than just this ship. Let's take a look. We are going to watch Beck's video, but I want to read through the blog post first, okay? I want to read the blog post first because you say, I hope it's more than just this ship. But what is this ship doing, Griffin? What is this ship doing? Well, let's start with what this ship does. First of all, obviously, it's going to fight Gorn. So for those who struggled fighting Gorn before, yo, what's up, T-Dub Wars? Thanks for the follow and the sub. Man, the back-to-back.
Double. Woo! Double trouble.
Thank you, Dub Wars. Appreciate that. Back-to-back slammo right there. Appreciate it. Thank you. Cruzito says, Gorn killing is easy right now. So here's the deal. For those of you who it's easy for, cool. The Gorn ship will not help you kill Gorn faster or easier. How's that? Is that what you wanted to know, Cruzito? However, there are a ton of players out there that are, in fact, struggling against the Gorn. Okay? This ship will assist them. All right? It's going to help them a great deal. What is it going to do for Cruzito? Well, let's talk about that, Cruzito. We've got in front of us a beautiful infographic courtesy of StarTrekFleetCommand.com. Use the Gorn Eviscerator to destroy Gorn hunters. Okay? Hey, Optimus Climb. By the way, love your name. No new enemies for a new currency worth every penny. Can't tell if you're being sarcastic, but I tend to agree with you. All right? I do agree with you. Here's the deal.
That's legit.
You're going to use the Gorn Eviscerator, and yes, all my ships are dead. It's a thing. We're going to use the Gorn Eviscerator, and we are going to traditionally have to join the volatile isomatter. That's what we're grinding, right? That's what we're getting is volatile isomatter from the Gorn hostiles. Thank you guys, man. You guys have not stopped. You guys are amazing. Thank you, Ripley, Louis P. Thank you guys, Mortman, Stony Dude. Appreciate you. Thank you guys. Did I get rated again? Yes, I did. There's videos. We'll talk about them later. All right. Dirty Bird Bill says another currency. But are you actually going to complain about this one? Because, by the way, volatile isomatter is what we're already earning from the Gorn. That's already what we're getting. It's what we're using on these amazing officer boxes. It's what we're using on the amazing artifact boxes. And you guys, 76% of players in the game have praised the Gorn loop from the month of April. Would you believe that, Griffin? 76%.
I do believe it. It's easy to accomplish. The rewards are there. So why wouldn't you want to have a good time with that loop?
76% of players approve of the Gorn loop. Except now, we're going to use the Gorn Eviscerator, and we're going to get a loot bonus so we can earn more. In addition to the fact that we're going to earn more, we are also going to have a brand new loot added to the same hostiles. Those hostiles will now begin dropping amounts of Apex Isomatter. This Apex Isomatter is going to be used in the Eviscerator refinery to provide thingies. Okay? We're going to talk about the
Question
thingies
number one.
in a second. Yes, Jules.
Does the Gorn's ability increase the loot of only the Apex or both isomatters?
Just the Apex, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Pretty sure it's just the Apex.
So just the new loot type. If you hoarded a bunch of old loot type, that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay. You're still going to use it.
Yeah.
Dragon Keeper says, so will not help free to play at all. Well, not until they get the ship, dude. You got to get the ship, which will be available free to play.
Back.
I said will be available free to play.
Well, you had to look like you were going to say more.
I didn't say anything more. I said nothing more. Checking my phone.
You said it with your eyes.
Checking my phone for direct messages. Okay, just check. Okay.
You're in the clear.
I'm in the clear. Nothing yet. Okay. You will exchange the Apex Isomatter in the Eviscerator refinery, of which you will receive Gorn Eviscerator parts to upgrade the new ship and unlock related research. We are also going to come into that Eviscerator refinery, and we are going to find exclusive access to a brand new artifact. This artifact can only be acquired by refining its shards in the Eviscerator refinery, providing an extremely powerful PvP only isolytic defense boost for your fleet. All right. Starting at 30% defense, growing to an imposing 200% at the maximum artifact level of 20, which is probably going to take a while. Okay. It's probably going to take a minute. All right. But a brand new artifact that will not be released anywhere else. Now, Granted says the Gorn isn't the loop we needed help with. I don't disagree. For most of us, the Gorn loop was easy peasy. It's good stuff, right? Fine. Except now we're going to add more goodies. Let's add some more goodies. We are going to add a recruit box. Using the Eviscerator refinery, you will get Apex recruits and can exchange them for shards of the Strange New Worlds officers released this arc. Now, we talked about this on Rev's show. Community, I want you to go back and remind me, because I'm pretty sure it's been a minute. I actually know the correct answer. Rev helped me think about it. I want you guys to go back and tell me the last time that officers had a permanent sourcing plan in the month of release. AJ says boring. What?
He's watching a different show.
Yeah, I guess so. Blaze says the last Strange New Worlds arc. Yeah, it was. It was the Mantis.
Yep.
It was the release of the Mantis 2 years ago. And
It's a long time.
Tendy was the only other one that ever happened with. Tendy was the only other one that had ever happened with. Jonathan Ingram says not Bajoran. Well, Mantis technically happened after Bajoran, I think.
No.
No. Other way around? No. That's right. The Solar Armada loop came later, didn't it?
It did.
It did. DS9 was very good. Okay. It was very good.
Papa Smurf, shout out to Papa Smurf, who has created a spreadsheet for you and me to go back. He went through every single arc, and there's the sheet tells you what was released when. That's how I know the answer to that question.
When did he do that? Where's that? I want to see it.
Is there a link in the lab?
Oh my gosh, that is amazing. Let's look at that.
That's a lot of fun.
What?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, there's a lot of work. There's a lot of work done here.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. Oh my God, I love this. I'm keeping this forever.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Shout out to you, Papa Smurf. Well done.
There you go.
Putz says, so I'm assuming that we need the ship to unlock the new chest of goodies. Yes, indeed you do. You will need the Eviscerator in order to unlock the new goodies. Okay? But again, I remind you, without being too specific, there will be a free-to-play path. Okay? There will be. Kenny Kirko says link would be nice on that spreadsheet. Yeah, we'll share it with you here in just a little bit. Actually, it's in the chat room already. I'll get one of the guys to.
Pinned.
There you go. Thank you. It's pinned, and I'll get one of the guys to throw it down into the graphics room here in a second. Is this track just on repeat? I feel like this is the same.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
13 minutes in a row.
I just now noticed. Anyway, so that's a beautiful chart. Love that. Thank you, Papa Smurf. Beautiful. Will my disco ever get used again, says Timothy. Absolutely. Your disco will be used frequently. Okay? Still for you, yourself, and you. I was going to say me, myself, and I, but I don't know how you would say that for you. So you, yourself, and for you.
That's it.
Yeah. All right, for you. Now, we'll talk about the rip here in just a second because I very, very enjoy. I like the concept of the rip, but I think it's going to be different than Discovery. We're going to talk about that. Okay. So coming back into the blog, I just lost it. Here we go. Coming back into the blog, officer shards, guys. Let me just ask if we remember the officers that came out last month. Real quick, throw them at me. Throw them at me.
It's not the spreadsheet.
No cheating. What officers just came out?
Sam Kirk.
Sam Kirk. There's one.
Mbanga.
Mbanga. There's another. Oh, there's the button.
Apple.
Just extremely delayed. Yes. And the wonderful and elegant and probably one of the best officers in the entire game, the rare Nurse Chapel.
Quit flirting. She can't hear you.
I'm just throwing it out there, Jess, if you're ever in the neighborhood and you want to go grab a pint.
Oh, here we go.
Sam. Oh. That's right, Kirk and Benga, Nurse Chapel. Their sourcing path will be introduced this month. But you know who else will be sourced this month?
Who else without naming the names?
Griffin, you were trying to trip me up. You thought I was going to name names. Thought I was going to name names. How about I just say this? Thank you, Carissa, for giving me an easy way out. What about May's officers? The month of May. That is indeed correct. May's officers. In the same month that they're going to run events and probably sell and source through this and that and the other. Yes, the Eviscerator will also provide the sourcing on the officers coming in the month of May.
Quality.
So how many officers in total?
That information, Jules, will be determined in or released to the public in approximately 6 hours and 15 minutes.
Almost got you.
Almost, but not quite. My nose is itching. All right, there you go. Hey, just real quick, in the chat, let me just see. Hold on. Why is the chat not working? Oh, there it is. Okay. Hey, guys, throw it up on the chat. Let me see it on the screen. What officers are coming this month? I want to see who gets it right. You guys put it over here on the stream. Just throw it in the chat real quick. What are the officers that are coming this week? I'm going to read everything that I can read super fast starting now. Question mark. Una and La'an, no. Worthless one, says Lloyd. Yeah. Sam Kirk, already out. Kirk and Pelia. Hold on, you guys are going too fast. Original Con. Ooh, I like that. That would be great. Original Con. A Gorn. That would be good. James T. Kirk. Really? George Washington, says Balabon. Chewbacca. Dang on it. He figured it out, Beck. Figured it out. Yoda. Chapel's already out. You guys are silly. Carol Kane's character. Oh, that would be Pelia. Gorn Stash Sam. All right, lots of Echeb. Ooh, that would be cool. Echeb. Yeah. All right, Dragon Keeper says just trash. God. You are so grumpy. Jiminy Christmas, Dragon Keeper. You just so grumpy, man. Good God. He is the grumpiest I've seen him in a while. All right. So there you go. That's happening. So May's officers will indeed be sourced by the Gorn Eviscerator. Ship parts. Griffin, let's talk about the ship parts. Depending on the tier of your Gorn Eviscerator, you will be sourced with ship parts. Up until tier 6, you can exchange for G4 parts. From T7 onward, you can exchange for G5 parts, and G6 parts will be included if you're Ops 61 or higher.
So question 2.
Okay, Jules, question.
Question 2. Will the grade of ship part be exchanged when you increase your tier, like what happened with the Voyager?
Well, it says right there included.
So, still campaigning on this, Jules. But from tier 7 forward, it would switch from G4 to G5. I'm working on that.
Okay.
I'm working on that.
All right.
I'm working on that.
That's
I tried.
what I wanted to clarify.
I tried. I did tell him to keep G4 in there. They told me that there might not be time, but they're going to talk. But this could potentially be a Voyager situation where tier 6 is a spot you want to hang out for a few minutes. If you're a G5
I told you I
player.
had all the questions, man. I got you.
Yes.
I would say, I think there was a compromise here, like with the Exborg and the Mega chest there.
Yeah.
They just had a new chest where you're still like you can have access to these rewards, but it might be an extra pull.
Yeah. I would love that. I really, really do want to keep G4 parts. All right. And I asked them about that. Although I really, really want to keep G4 parts sourcing, even if I continue to tier this thing up. So hopefully, maybe, we'll see. Can't answer that for you at this particular moment. Sadly, unfortunately. All right. Working on it. Trying. So, no, I still want G4 parts. Battlebomb says, what about G6? Then G6 will, if you want G6 parts, that will require tier 7 and up 61. Okay. There you go.
Oh,
Tier 7, actually tier 6, and wait, tier 7, op 61 if you want the G6 parts. Okay, there you go. Why do I need G4 parts? Because I'm still working on my pylon. Jiminy Christmas. Jonathan Ingram says, do we flip to G6 or is it G5 and G6? For you guys, it will be G5 and G6. All right? See, the wording on this is very intentional, okay? Up until tier 6, you get G4 ship parts. Okay? From tier 7 onward, you get G5 parts. And G6 parts are included if you're up 61 or above. So there's only one breakpoint there. Tier 6 and tier 7. Okay? Tier 6 and down is G4 only, no matter who you are. All right? And tier 7 is G5 parts, no matter who you are. And you get G6 parts starting at tier 7 and op 61. Okay? There you go. Got your question answered there, Jules? I know that was the next
I'm
question.
so positive. I'm full of positive energy.
Thank you, Matters. Appreciate that. Okay. So, ship parts. Okay, there you go. So, for G6 players, we got to get it to tier 7 before it will help us. I don't know if I would say all that. I mean, if you don't need it for the ship parts, cool, but you still like the officers, right? Still like the officers. And you are probably going to like the spatial rip technology.
Yay, bugs.
ooh,
Let's talk about the spatial rip technology. The spatial rip will open a spatial rip in the system that the Gorn Eviscerator is currently in. This can be used by your own ships and other Alliance members to travel there instantly, therefore kind of being summoned as Discovery would allow you to that system regardless of warp range.
wow.
That's a big one right there. That's impressively large.
It is impressively large. All right? And regardless of
Still
warp
the
range.
second most effective rip that STFC has ever seen.
That is true. That is true. The second most effective rip ever. Will it work on day 1, says Blaze? I sure hope so. I'm buying it on day 1. All right.
50-50 shot.
I'll find out. Listen, I went all in on the Kirshara artifact, and it still doesn't work right. So we'll see. But yeah, no, I'm.
Hey! It's not like Scopy would like release content without testing it first, right?
This is fine. We have video of this one working. Any ship that travels through the spatial rip is granted 1 free instant recall. The Gorn Eviscerator
Amazing.
can also instantly warp to any system within its warp range. It will, in fact, use a juice. Toxic Jesus, thank you for your 7-month reset. Appreciate that. All right, so let's talk about the spatial rip. I know you have questions. I have answers. Go ahead, Jules.
Okay, so first, we know that when the video it says the number of Alliance members, is it members or is it ships,
Ships.
can come through
Yep.
the spatial rip.
Yep.
But it also said that it was based on the level of the system.
No.
You
based on the tier of ship that will determine the number of ships that can fly through. However, what it means by, and we'll talk about Beck's video here in a second, what it means by the level of system determines who is allowed to use it, okay? Basically meaning that we're not going to be able to take a level 15 and put them on a G6 node, okay? Like, we're not bringing Chala. I know you were excited. We are not bringing back the Chala War, okay? We're not bringing back the Chala War. You can be ripped to anywhere that you have unlocked, okay? So, what happens if you're
so
Ops
you have to have natural
35?
travel there before.
No, not discovered. I mean, not token locked. So, have you,
So, like-
if you're Ops 35, can you go to G4 space?
No,
Why not?
because you haven't unlocked the warp paths.
Because there's a mission at Ops 38 that unlocks those warp paths, correct?
Right.
Correct. All right. Let me ask you a question. Can an Ops 42 fly to G4 space?
Yes.
All the way up to Ops 50 on level 50 systems? Oh my God, my nose is itching.
Yes.
I sneezed.
An Ops 42 can go all the way to
they
level
can go to
60.
G5 space.
Yeah.
I was going to ask that, Blue, can an Ops 42 travel to a level 55 system?
Yeah,
Huh. Sure can, can't they?
I'm pretty sure they can travel quite a bit.
Yeah, they can. Sure can. I mean, by
Just
the
do
way,
one favor.
I don't necessarily mean that they can because of warp range. I mean, what I mean by that is, community, if you take a look, if you're a G4 player, do you see a red line with a lock? As a matter of fact, here I'm going to show it on the screen, all right? Because, for example, I cannot fly to G6 space. Why not, Jules? Can I fly to G6 space? No, of course I can. Where
No.
the heck is it?
Because you need
It's
to
after the
complete a
raid.
mission to unlock it.
Yeah,
I have
to
to
the
do
right.
a mission to unlock. What? Where? Okay.
By the super highway.
Goodness gracious.
cluster.
Okay.
Big
Here's
roundabout.
why.
There you go.
Here's why I cannot. All right. Look. Right here. See those red lines? See these locks? All right. I can't get there. These systems are mission locked. So, could a level 70 summon me to G6 space? No, they cannot. These systems are locked. I cannot get them until I complete the mission. All right. Let me ask the question. Could a G6 player summon me to this system right here? Zenris. A level 58
Sure.
system with a requirement warp range of warp 600.
Yeah, the one above it's more fun.
Kinatal. They could summon me here.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one system I know I can reach with the hazard.
Aha. I can be summoned to this system because there is not a cell lock. There is no lock. Dave says, what's the point? What?
So
you might be
I
asking
see.
about that system specifically.
Yeah, maybe not
I see
necessarily
a specific
that
use case.
system. All right. How many people run armadas with Voyagers?
Oh, a lot. A lot.
I mean, a lot of people run the Voyagers, right? Armadas, yeah, that's a big one. Deeper mining, right? Faster mining, deeper nodes.
I don't know about you guys, but I believe there's content that recently came out that involves quite a bit of jumping and rewards from the host chest every 4 levels.
Let's talk
There
about
sure was.
let's talk about the Zindi armadas, right? And how you need to get to the 56s, right? We've talked about the brand new G5 armadas. Well, not brand new really now, but I mean, those are all about the starter chest. Okay. Benny Hill
So Benny
says,
Hill-
what if I
Yep.
rip to a system with planets? Can I move my base there? Yep.
You can also, do that with the NX-01, just peeking inside. But you can reveal it with the Rift, right?
Sure can. All right, now I'm not necessarily saying Zindi Armadas are a thing, but I'm saying you can do it. What about some players who haven't been able to get to deep formation Armadas? What about some players who can't get to the level 50 Cardassian systems? Formation Armadas, that's a big one.
Can I rip people to the Voyager system with the 1 million rare anomaly nodes?
Sure can.
Well, that's a token space. So here's my third question.
Got it.
Lost track.
Does it cost tokens? Yes, it will still cost your tokens. Just like Discovery. If you try to summon into one of those systems, it'll take the token. Okay? Does the instant recall expire if you leave the system? That's actually a really good question. I believe the answer is no, Mimi. But that was also an answer to a question I saw. Can I rip somebody to hazard space and leave them? Well, A, you wouldn't really need to leave them because they're going to die. All right. However, no. Anybody who enters,
good luck out there.
Anybody who enters a rip will be given a free instant recall to go back to their base, no matter what, no matter like what happens. Okay, so
is it like,
I could
like
take
you're returning from a wave.
That's right, exactly. I could take a level 35 all the way up to a level 60 system. Let them run an Armada with me, and when they're done, provided they're still alive, they probably wouldn't be, but provided they're still alive, then they will be able to recall home.
Yeah,
So,
I love that feature. That planning ahead is so appreciated. Imagine if we had that when the Borg expansion armadas happened a year and a half ago and we were stuck there with no ships to die on.
I mean, there are still players that could be ripped up to play in bigger expansion cube armadas now if you wanted to do that. That's right. No abandoning low-level players in Borg space. Darn.
And like how people are like, but what if they can't disco home? And I'm just like, just disco home. Just like, what are you doing not being able to disco home? Get your stuff together and disco home.
You could disco home. Maybe somebody summoned their disco or something like that. I don't know.
They're out of juice. They don't have the disco juice.
Yeah, maybe they don't have the juice and they couldn't stay and
Get
die.
your stuff together.
I'm just saying, maybe. So
it's okay. You lose your ship for a day.
Disco juice. Just PM Blue Mandalorian. He will buy you more disco juice. You heard it here first.
I'll just literally say, wait a day.
All right, great
like,
question.
Lango,
thank you for your 10-month sub. Can I disco my Gorn ship higher than its warp range and open a rift? Yes. The Gorn ship only has to be in the system at which you are opening the rip. All right? So Zod says this ship sucks ass. I love it! I think this is great! It opens up so many possibilities to players who haven't been able to do things with us in the past. Now, if you are your server's whale, if you are your alliance's whale, then maybe it doesn't do anything for you. But how cool.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, okay, fine. This one isn't maybe for you, okay? There will be other things that could be for you, but maybe this one's not. All right? But perhaps, Snack Attack says, worst ship ever. Disagree.
Sarcophagus exists. Thank you very much.
That's right. That's right. The sarcophagus still lives on in our memory. All right. Not only that, but it unlocks sourcing for an artifact, an exclusive artifact. It is the permanent, regular sourcing for officers, and I'm being told that it is in good supply. All right. That's right. Jonathan Ingram says it allows more to ride our whale tails. Sure. Yep. Okay. I mean, Jonathan, now I know you're a friendly guy and you work a lot to support your alliance, but how cool is it going to be to not have 5 Voyagers show up to your armadas and actually, warships can show up? All you got to do is open a rip. Open that rip! Neon says, so it's a longer disco. I disagree, because you cannot summon anybody else's ships. Okay? The Eviscerator will allow you to summon other players' ships. What's up, Tactical Cream? How you doing, my dude? All right, Omicron says, unless they send 5 Rialtas, If they send 5 Rialtas, then I expect you to drop tags and relentlessly hunt your team. All right. Everywhere Matter says, be careful. Enemies may follow you through. So, yeah, does it actually work that way? I don't think it actually works that way. I think it's only for your lives. I think. I'll have to watch the video with Beck. That's a good question. We'll have to watch the video with Beck here just a second ago. Yeah, that's right. It's a multiple disco. Okay, Dragon Keeper agrees with me. Says just your... Everywhere It Matters says it says allied or not. Ooh, okay. We'll have to watch it in a second. I haven't watched it yet. I was saving myself for you guys.
Oh, thank you. Now we can review it in super slow motion. DJ's instant replay.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it with you guys. All right. The link to the Rift is dropped in AC. That's correct. And depending on the tier, it will stay open for X period of time and allow X number of ships go through. Cool? I have data, but I'm not going to share it with you yet. Beck, can I reveal some data? No, she's going to say no. It's not going to.
If you say the word leak, she'll show up. That's
Can I leak this spatial rip technology chart? 3.
Okay, start the clock. 2 minutes.
2.
She's not here right now.
1. Oh, she's here. She's here.
DJ, what is wrong
Oh
with
my
you?
God, I totally thought that was her. I was
Well
like, wow, she joined voice awful quick. All right. Oh man. I was like, honestly, I thought that was her for a second. Okay, so yeah, no, I'm not going to share the chart with you, but there will be a number of players and that number or number of ships, and that number of ships will increase as you tier up the Eviscerator. Okay. All right.
Which looks beautiful, by the way. I mean, let's talk about the art on that ship. It is incredible.
You like the art on the ship?
It's a fun one.
I think it's a little wonky looking, to be honest with you. I think it's a little bit weird. I mean, it's cool. It's fine. I think, okay, so here's what's weird about it to me. Okay? Here's what's weird about it to me. It's a very odd design, right? Like, clearly, but then it's got Federation nacelles on it. I thought that was a little bit weird.
Well, I don't think it's made by the Gorn. I think it was made to kill the Gorn. So there's a backstory there.
Okay,
sure.
yeah, but I mean, it doesn't look like a Federation ship.
Maybe they kidnapped a Gorn ship and put nacelles on it. You don't know.
Why would they put
It is a
nacelles
mantis.
on a Gorn ship?
And make it warp faster and make the rift work. Those are rift nacelles.
Oh,
Canon.
Because nacelles. Because nacelles.
Mimi says, does the number of ships increase with the tier or the ship level? Actually, really good question. I've been told it's with tier, but that very well could be ship level. I mean, they've messed. I don't want to say they've messed up. They have crossed those in the past. All right, so yeah.
Those nacelles look just like the nacelles that are on that Royal Caribbean ship.
Hey, Blue.
Yeah.
Why do you think that's a leak? Yeah, obviously it probably is. That's real though.
Yeah.
Just figure you guys were asking about the distinction of loot bonus.
Yes, it is
and
Apex.
It defines.
Yeah, it's Apex only. Yeah. Waffly says this is the crap they come up with a weekend of drinking. I'm actually surprised at the number of whales who actually aren't excited about this. I mean, whales do usually talk a lot about being able to help their team. This is clearly an alliance supporting mechanic, but a lot of the whales don't seem very happy about it.
Yeah, this is like come up here and use your directives for my benefit.
Yeah. I mean, seriously, listen, you could invite players to space they've never been able to reach before, have them start the armada so they can get the starter chest, and then you take the loot. Right?
Basically, yeah.
But you
Yeah,
grace them with the ability to use their pilot.
Cruzito says this doesn't help if they can already get there with Voyager NX-01. I mean, are there a lot of Voyagers and NX-01s out there with warp range 900?
Also, remember, this is an instant travel, and with the instant armada starts, you can sure do a lot more with less time.
Yeah,
K9.
I'm gonna speed this up. Get here in the 3 minutes I know you can, or
That's
don't get
true.
it.
Yeah, I mean,
and
he has-
besides,
he
do
actually
you
got a
want to
point.
fly the NX-01 into an armada, or do you want your pylum? Question, serious question. Do you want your NX-01 in that armada, or do you want your Pylum in that armada?
Doesn't matter. They're both
Well,
going to die.
It can vary though, DJ. If there's like 2 billion ships in there, it's like probably doesn't matter.
It'll be great for Ops 38 and 39 people because their Voyagers can definitely not reach that far, and they also haven't been able to build the NX-01 yet.
There you go. See, thank you, Matters. Appreciate that. Ops 38 and 39 are probably the biggest winners this month. All right, the absolute biggest winners this month.
Unless they want to build
don't
a
even
ship.
have to be the one to buy it.
That's right. They don't even have to be the one to buy it. They're going to get to ride that whale tail. You listen, whales. You don't get to talk
This
about
is the
people
month for
not
free to
riding
play.
whale tail. All right, that's all they do. That's all players in this game do is ride whale tail. And now there's a Scopely supported feature riding whale tail. You don't get to be upset about it.
Well, this is a just the first taste is free for that G4 life.
So I got another question from the chat.
Actually,
Scroll Time asks,
Clifford, 38 and 39 can get to deep space. So level G4 space unlocks at Ops 38. So that's why he specifically said it. Ops 37, no go, right? But Ops 38 is where you get the mission to unlock all the way up to a level 60 system. Isn't that crazy? You could be ripped. At Ops 38, you could be ripped all the way up to a level 60 system. It's kind of
okay,
crazy.
so Skrill Time asks,
Okay.
can you enter the rip multiple times and you blow up an armada? I'm just going to reframe that question. Can you enter the rip multiple times with the same ship? Like, does the bean counter count the same ship multiple times? If it blows up and the rip's still open?
It's a good question.
Questions to relay. Yeah.
Well,
That is a good
by
question.
lore, does a rip care about a ship when it's just a rip?
Well, by lore, I don't think they count ships as it goes through.
Exactly. It's just a rip.
But this one
doesn't really
does.
care about doesn't really care about which ship it is. Maybe quantity.
I would
So what
say
we're saying in all seriousness is if you start an you open your rip, you start an armada, you instant start the armada, you all die. Can you then re-enter through the same rip? I would assume yes.
yes,
Right, so that
but
could be a
you
new
are
strategy
limited.
where you can-
But you're limited to the same number, or you're limited to X number of ships, right? So
In total, that can use the
in
rip.
total. So let's pretend that you have 5 ships or 5 rips that you can use. A ship enters, another ship enters, and then those die and use those same ships to go back through the rip. As long as it's done with, before the expiry time, I would imagine that you probably can. That's a good question. I would assuming it would allow you as long as you haven't exceeded its ship limit or time limit.
Is
He's in my alliance. We'll test that out.
Yeah.
Is the tier of the ship or is there any impact about like who is opening the rip in terms of like the rip's quality or text in terms of like, oh, someone else should do this rip versus this, or is it always going to be the same?
Just tier. All right, we'll determine the number of ships and time. So somebody with a higher tier Eviscerator, it will stay open longer and more ships can come through. All right.
So it meant like, could you have multiple rips in one system, or?
Actually, no. You cannot. So if a second person opens a rip in the same system, it will overwrite the first rip. All right. So, yeah, you cannot open multiple rips. Now, you can open subsequent rips, right? Like if you open a rip and you bring a bunch of people through, then that rip expires by ships, then you can immediately open another rip. Okay?
Or it can be like,
have somebody
this is going to be a
else.
tight timer, and we know we need this many summons back, and we know this portal only has this many left, so let's just refresh.
That's right. And that's as far as rips within your alliance in that system. Other alliances can still rip there because, again, you can only service your alliance. Okay?
Yeah,
So
Voltron and Wolfwood got it right. There's just going to be a permanent rip around your base.
probably. I won't be safe anywhere. So, yeah. An enemy alliance cannot steal your rip. No, Nickel. Because your rip is only good for your team. So you could have 2 different teams ripping into a system, but if your alliance opens a new rip into the same system, it will overwrite the previous
Not
rip.
until next month with the Mantis A, where you can sting someone else's rift.
K92 says, can I blow up someone's rip? No. Well, I bet you. I don't know. I think it's an action. So the Eviscerator has to be in a system to open the rip, but once it's open, I'm pretty sure it stays open, even if you were to kill their Eviscerator. I'm pretty sure that's how I saw it in game test.
Doesn't mean you can't viciously camp the node.
Yeah, I mean, you could camp it just like an entry point and keep blowing up people that drives in. I mean, you could do that.
Yeah.
Snowball says, can you bring your disco and then keep bringing ships? Absolutely. You could rip your disco in and then summon everything. Absolutely, you could do that. Okay? Am I being raided? Really?
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I got a 2-hour shield up. Stop it. Stop it. Okay?
Wait a minute. How do you have a 2-hour shield up with all of your destroyed ships destroyed?
I was being raided earlier, and then I threw up a shield.
And then you left it at that.
Yeah, I didn't come back. I haven't done anything. I haven't done any of my daily refines today. I've done nothing today. Listen, this is the day before the arc. You guys know what my game time. This is why I don't like incursions the day before the arc. I don't get to play the game the day before the arc. All right? So, like, I don't get to play.
DJ, your favorite event? Faction Hunt.
Oh, yeah. Crash Override. Thanks for the sub. Appreciate it.
Though I do love Faction Hunt. I just hear a bunch of augers and stuff.
There you go. Yeah. Hey, Lango, what's going on? Appreciate it. Thanks for the sub, Robotsky. Thank you for the 16-month sub. Appreciate it very much. Blue Meanie says, talk about the territory benefits. You know, that's a thing, man. I mean, it really truthfully is. Think about it for territory capture. Think about it with a high-tier Eviscerator who pops in, opens a rip for their entire team to flood a system instead of making them warp in. I mean, that's brilliant. This might actually make taking over a territory a little bit easier. Possibly.
Or harder if you're a defender.
Harder if you're a defender.
Also reinforcement. Saying, hey, we're all the way out here. What can we do?
Short says because territory is still a thing. I mean, it is every 3 months.
Wait, can you rip from anywhere? Like in terms of benefactors? Or can you only do it from your base?
So your rip will be originated where your base is. So that's why it posts in your AC. People have to fly to your home base to enter the rip. Voltron says, will it honor ship limit on a system? Yes, it will. So if there are too many ships in that system, you still can't go into the rip. It will tell you that it's locked. Okay, same thing as summoning. Listen, guys, can I just be straight up with you? It's using the same tech. It's the same tech. All right? By the way, here's a good question. Would the rip be visible on the screen? K9, this is why I don't think you can blow it up. No.
50-50.
Because what actually happens, okay? What actually happens is everybody just warps in. It doesn't appear you into the middle of the system. It's an instant warp. So you'll still come in from the edges. Okay? You still come in from the edges because it does not deposit you into the middle. I'm pretty sure.
Question.
We need to watch Beck's video on that, but I'm 99% sure that's what they said.
Next question, DJz.
What about the entrance hole? Yeah, it's not, there's not really. Oh, the entrance hole? There's not really an entrance hole either. They go to the system, and then they just press a button. So Spectre says it's not a summon. It's an insta-warp. You know what? We need to watch Beck's video on that. I think that's right, Spectre.
I also want to ask about the last bit of text on the spatial rip ability, which says the Gorn Eviscerator can also instantly warp to any system within its warp range.
That's
so
right. It uses juice.
Instant warp.
It has black alert capability. Yes.
Okay.
So it does not use warp time at all. I mean, it can.
Beautiful.
It can, but it uses a juice. Okay.
Just so it's just like the cube.
Did I literally say the word entrance hole? Please tell me I didn't.
You did.
I said entrance hole?
The whole
3
of
times.
entrance.
You want to go for 4?
I typed it out just so you would read it aloud.
Damn it, Matters.
The hole where one enters.
Matters, you did that to me? Thanks a lot, buddy. Appreciate it. All right.
Yes, you enter a hole, you rip space open, you eviscerate it. There's a lot of words here that aren't great.
Well,
Whole entry, and you just start rip.
Oh, God. All right.
let's just start at the beginning. It is not a rip. It is a rift.
Rip.
And then
They're
right
calling
after
it a
that,
rip.
You bring, and then you make sure you
It's a
bring your
rip.
friends.
Raj says, so the person who rips the hole and the person who enters it both need juice. No.
Oh, God.
That was a legitimate question from Raj. No.
You only need one person's juice to get started.
They did actually
You
show
have a commercial
juice
break coming
usage.
up, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to talk about our vernacular on Twitch, and we'll be right back in about 2 minutes. If you need a sub and you don't have one, raise your hand. I will buy you a sub to get out of this conversation
only
about
have
juices, holes, rips.
You only have 60 seconds, and I got to take a break. Then we'll come back and we'll take a look at Beck's video. This hat is annoying me tonight. I got to take the hat off.
Oh
Sorry.
my gosh.
Thanks, Moopsie.
My name
DJ,
is
we've been meaning to
Beck,
talk
and
to you
I
about this.
like plants, and I'm a valley girl, and listen to me do all the things on a Rev show.
Thank you. Bear Butt says,
yeah. DJ,
no,
we need to talk to you about your vernacular.
the
on
people
previous show.
who enter the hole don't need the juice. Anybody can enter the rip. Okay?
Oh boy.
Anybody.
You need juice to rip a new hole.
You need,
Just your
that's
friends.
right. You need the juice to
enter
rip the hole, but anybody can enter the rip.
No, just your friends.
Why does this song keep playing, Griffin? I played it.
Just go with it.
I played it one
Go some
time.
faces.
I liked it for the show open, but it's literally played 50 times.
Nothing faces. If you need a sub, raise your hand in chat. I'm feeling frisky. Who needs a sub out there in chat? We have 40 seconds to break.
All right, if you need a sub, ask for the sub, and you can avoid the break that I'm getting ready to take. Dr. Doomsday says that they would like one. Holy smokes, Griffin! Thanks.
Well, there you go. Sub it up.
All right, got to take a break. More questions on the other side.
Supply and demand.
We'll be right back. Don't let anybody go anywhere.
I think I foo-bought this.
No, I didn't foobar anything. Ah. No, there will not be any more pickles. No more pickles. Q says, thanks, DJ, for all you do. I appreciate it. What?
According to my doctor, no more pickles.
No more pickles. Okay, there will be no more pickles. BPP asked for a sub. Thank you, Voltron. Appreciate it. No pickles. You know, I do still have my jar of peanut butter out here, but I
Do you
didn't.
have more bananas in the house now?
I do have bananas in the house as well.
I missed the pickle gate. Did you get sick on pickles?
I did a stream marathon for every 50 subs. Yeah, actually, I've got the text. Hang on, look up in the corner.
If you use the juice on the hole properly, why does it rip?
God,
Oh my God.
Jesus God. What's wrong with pickles? Nothing. I just ate too many of them. The other day, I did a stream marathon, Griffin, and for every 50 subs, the community had me eat one of those big, giant ball field pickles. All right.
Oh, I'm sure that went really well for you.
I ended up eating 8 of them. And 8. And I didn't realize until we were like way into it that one pickle. I personally love the D. The dill.
Hey.
Dill. One pickle contained, what did we figure it out? 5 days.
Big one right there. That's impressively large.
One pickle contained 5 days worth of sodium. So
you're still retaining water now.
I basically ate the entire month's worth of sodium intake. And the community.
Well, Griffin's like,
They paid a little extra. They paid just a little bit extra, Griffin, for me to pull a threefer. You're the best.
Gee, Lord, why does that picture exist?
I ate three pickles at the same time.
Oh my gosh, look at you. Your mom must be so proud.
Oh, she
Don't
thought
let insurance ever see that.
she thought it was stupid and hilarious, but I mean, it was kind of funny.
Oh my gosh, look at you go.
So, yeah,
look at you go. Living your best life.
There are only two things in life that DJz likes. His base being raided and starbase assaults.
That's
Not
true.
where I thought that was going, but thank you, Cardi. I personally love the D. Thought that was going somewhere else.
That's where you thought it was going.
Dill!
Did you notice the article specifically said assaults as like an
DJ,
option?
what is wrong with you?
Did it? No, I didn't. Nothing is wrong with me. All right, let's
Little do they know, assaults are never an option.
wait, it says assaults.
Yeah, in the blog text.
Instantly mustering to defend a starbase assault. Well, that is certainly optimistic of them.
Yes.
That is
What's an
6
assault?
CPs of cash.
it's very, very cute of them.
Okay, yeah,
And we're back from the break, where we will no longer be talking about
right
sexual
there. That's
innuendo.
impressively large.
Wait, Beck is here. Hey, Beck. Wait, so you weren't actually here earlier? Because
All right.
I would have bet money that you were here. Beck is here,
All right,
everybody.
sexual I know is back
Round
on
of
the menu.
applause for Beck.
All right, back. I didn't see her sneak in.
Great
I
video, Beck.
saw her sneak in there.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
My
Sneak
name
into
is
the plants.
Beck, and I like plants, and I'm a valley girl, and listen to me do all the things on a rap
DJs.
show.
DJ show, DJ show. So anyway, I thought I was just really.
Oh my gosh. My name is Beck, and I like plants, and I'm a valley girl, and listen to me do all the things on a rap show.
Still DJ show. Yes, thank you. Appreciate that. No, I actually, I would have bet that you were here earlier because of the conversation that we had earlier tonight. I was totally betting that you were watching everything.
Plus, DJ said the word leak 18 minutes and 10 seconds ago, so you're kind of slipping.
You're a little bit late. All right. Anyway.
Time zones.
Yes, guys, you guys missed Beck's birthday. Has Beck's birthday come yet? Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Beck's birthday has already passed. You guys want to send Beck bits for her birthday? Send Beck bits for her birthday. Do it in the chat. Let's go crazy. Let's go. I tell you what, for the next couple of minutes, I'll double down on send Beck bits for her birthday. Send Beck's birthday bits. Send Beck's birthday bits and I'll double up. All right, let's go. Let's go. Send her bits. Send her bits. Send her bits. It's her birthday. And this track again. The track. Griffin. Just,
Unbelievable. What have you done? What have you done to Did you spill Coke on the machine?
I didn't do anything. I didn't. Send Beck birthday bits.
Did you take the limit off?
Let's see. Where are we on this thing? I back. Holy smokes. Lots of birthday bits. Hey, Beck.
I think you took the limit off. I just did 5 redemptions.
Beck, I'm up to 210.
That's a big one right there.
Beck
That's
birthday.
impressively large.
Send Beck birthday. Oh my gosh, you guys aren't stopping. Let's go. Double, double, double.
I can do another 400 of this. I'm spending all 300,000 toy mice right now.
There you go. Hey, Beck, we are at 300. I can't even count fast enough. 360 send Beck bits.
We should
Need a
send her
mod to
McDonald's to
send
celebrate.
her
Hold on,
bits
wait, how
faster.
many-
This just means you need more.
How many is
more
this?
bit emotes?
Hang on. Is this so? If we are at, if I do 1 send Beck bits, it's 100. So if we do 100
That's
send
a
Beck
big
bits,
one right there. That's
it's
impressively large.
10,000, right?
So how many bits are you at?
460, which is 46,000 send Beck bits, right? Oh my God.
Should I
Mental
send
note.
out?
Mental note. Beware
Credit
of
card?
saying send back bits. You will get what you asked for.
I
Rick
doubled
said
them.
DJ's bits.
I doubled them. Well, now I was doing the double in my head because right now we're at 263, but you double that, that's 530.
That's a big one right there. That's impressively large.
That's 53,000 bits. I'm gonna have to go in and turn it off. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to stop right now. You guys are at 60,000 bits. You know how expensive 60,000 bits are? Jeez. Back. Instead of doing 60,000 bits, can I just send you money?
Yeah, I was gonna say
because it's gonna cost way more.
Points,
it's gonna cost way more.
We're getting to economies of scale here.
Yeah, Twitch is gonna take half of it. Hold on, I got.
Yeah, this is just turning into gift baskets.
All right, there you go.
This is quickly becoming a gift basket.
I kill you. I mean, you said bits. Yes, I can send the bits. I'm fine to send the bits, but I mean that cost me an extra $27 for every 10,000 bits, right? Isn't that what it is? I can buy 25,000 bits for $307, I think is what it is, right?
Well, I just did 42 redemptions myself, so I'm helping.
Thanks. Hold on. Let me make sure. So we cut off the soffit at 298, which is 596 send back bits. That's 60,000 bits or $600 you guys raised back in like a span of seconds.
Oh, Beck, don't quit your day job now. You should quit your day job. That's a good hourly rate right there.
Beck says she'll outlast us. That's $600. Okay. All right. Anyway, Jonathan Ingram says that's a lot of money DJs can't spend on packs for me to raid.
Oh no.
Oh, that is funny. You're just trying to keep me from spending money on STFC? Dave Hart says $900. No, it's $600 to back. Yeah, it'd be $900 if I spend it. That's what I'm saying. I should just send her cash. That would be cheaper. Vic says, hey, Beck, if you had $600, you could buy a max tier Mayflower.
Hey, Beck, meet me outside the Best Buy. I got cash.
Good
no,
God.
You'll get mugged. That's how you lose the $100.
Hey, Echo, what are you doing here? Oh,
Woo!
God.
Woo! All right. Well, you know, I will say that is a pretty amazing birthday gift, though. Now we're going to have to spend it. What are we going to buy back that's $600 that we can
A microwave.
What microwave is worth $600?
Oh, they're out there.
The one that comes out like a drawer.
$600 worth of cookies. Annie McAntyface has the right idea. Send back chocolate, wine, and flowers.
Send her a $600 gift certificate to Taco Bell.
Oh, listen, hey, does $600 help transport chamomile to Barcelona? Because, listen, I think that's going to be expensive. Did you know that it costs like $2,000 for a dog to fly overseas? Did you guys know that?
I do.
That's crazy. Maybe we can help her transport chamomile. Is that what we're going to do? Is that how you guys want the $600 to go? Is we'll help transport chamomile? Oh, Beck says it costs more than $2,000. Oh my God.
You got a figure or what?
I don't have a figure. I thought it was a couple grand. It's more than that?
Yeah. All
right, there you go. Well, I tell you what.
The
litter
box. It all
box
depends on where they're going and where from.
The only reason that Beck isn't getting more bits is because you paused it.
I did pause it. You guys are breaking me. Listen, it costs you nothing. All right, I'm paying for that.
Well, for $600, we could probably get chamomile there on Spirit Airlines.
Listen, in the span of like 3 minutes, you guys cost me $600.
All right, you're like, guys, I'll be right back. And why am I bankrupt?
Jesus, I love how you guys love spending my money. Thank you.
Who bought this?
With animals, there's customs and there's like what do they call it? A time in solitary kind of thing for them to make sure they don't have any diseases or anything. I can't remember what the term. Quarantine, that's it.
Okay.
Quarantine.
Jesus says we
As
only
well,
spent
so
your
that's
money
what
because
makes
you
it
asked us to.
expensive.
I mean, okay, first of all, pretty
That is
sure there
true.
was supposed to be a cooldown on that. Okay. Stevens Aaron went in and took the cooldown
never
off of it.
has.
All right, wait.
Don't blame
There's
me.
supposed to be
There
a
has been a
cooldown.
cooldown.
No, he did not. And not only did you encourage people, you said you would double the money
For her birthday,
DJ.
$600?
Don't be a
This is
birthday
where China would
backer.
don't say things your body can't cash.
Exactly.
All right,
Clearly,
Right,
so you know
clearly
it's-
can't cash.
So I would say $600 is getting to, like, internationally. I don't think any gift certificate has any international concerns.
Listen,
right?
It's fine. I'll take it. I'll take care of it. $600. That's Beck's
Or a
birthday
gift
present. That's her birthday present. We're done.
I know. Just say
Setting
the
the
IRS
budget.
$600 less, and you'll use that money.
I have not spent $600 on anybody's birthday ever. Never. $600 on a birthday present.
That can't be true.
Oh,
But
that's
we
true.
made you spend it.
I don't think I've ever spent $600 on a birthday gift. No, Beck, I can't keep it. That would be immoral. Can't do it. Can't do it. The community willed it so. All right. So that's right. Not Oliver, not $600, not the former Mrs.
think I
DJz,
full
but
bought
Beck
this.
Likes Plants. Beck Likes Plants gets a $600 birthday present. Happy birthday.
The audience has demanded.
That's right.
I neglect my child.
Colin says, open it back up and don't double the money. It's a gift from us to her. First of all, Colin, totally appreciate that. Totally respect the position. But it is still a gift from me because you guys redeem a non-spendable currency for me to turn around and provide a spendable currency.
That's
All
how the
right.
government works. What's wrong with that?
Listen, I give you
just
guys.
tax it.
You guys get to spend your free toy mice. All right, right? Oh God.
They earn those mice.
God.
Betting against or for you.
It's good. It's good. All
That's
right.
a big one right there. That's impressively large.
It is impressively large. All right, Beck. Happy birthday to you. By the way, so yes, the whole thing was it was Beck's birthday this past week. So how about dubs, hearts, and happy birthdays in the chat for Beck? You guys throw it up on the chat screen. We'll let Beck see all the love. I'll turn that off. Let Beck see all the love, all the birthdays. You guys throw it up. Happy birthday hype for Beck. I'm going to see if I can find a different song to play that's not the same one as we've played for the last hour and a half.
I don't know. Maybe happy freaking birthday.
It's copyrighted. You want to play happy birthday? I do have a happy birthday song I can play. Oh, let's see. All right, I'll find it. Give me a second. I got to find it.
Like this one. Like, this is your birthday song.
It's
It's
not
not that long.
it's not quite like that. Let me see. Happy birthday. I'm trying to remember who sang it. I think it's the Ting Tings. The Ting Tings do it. Ting 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 Tings. Ting.
They did.
I can't find it now. Let's see.
Mary Beckmas.
Special audio.
You people are horrible.
We're not
Like, actually
horrible.
horrible.
I am not horrible. I'm not a horrible person. I'm trying to find the Ting Tings happy birthday song. Why can't I find it? I did find the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle theme song, though.
I'll take it.
Same thing.
Same thing.
Happy
Happy birthday to you, Ben. Happy birthday.
They're the world's most fearsome fighting team.
We're really hip.
They're heroes in the half shell and they're green.
Hey, get a grip. Get a grip.
When the evil shredder attacks, these turtle boys don't cut them no slack. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Splinter taught them to be ninja.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely still copyright, but whatever. Twitch is going to silence us for a minute.
That's taking me back to my childhood.
Raphael is cool but rude.
Give me a break.
Michelangelo is a party dude. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Heroes in a half shell. Turtle power.
Turtle power.
There you go. Happy
Beautiful.
birthday. That was better than the happy birthday song.
She's like, I feel a hostage. And that's how I feel whenever anyone sings me happy birthday. Just like, what do I do? Just
stand there and like it. Stand there and like it.
Smile and wave.
Oh my God. All right. Thank you guys. Jonathan Digger was like almost as good as Vanilla Ice's Ninja Rap. Dude, I love the Ninja Rap. I really do love the Ninja Rap. The Ninja Rap was great. All right. Thank you. Focult says the amount of toy cartoons that were absolute garbage never ceases to amaze me. Dude, the Turtles were awesome, man. The Turtles were great. General Hogue says, wait, Beck said release the leaks? No, she did not. Hold on. I am consulting my...
Oh, she probably did say that, but probably preceded it with a don't.
Don't release the leaks. Hold on. I'm going back. I'm going to find her chat. She said release the leaks.
Someone was
There's
just,
no
someone
way
was just
she said that.
paraphrasing. Someone was just paraphrasing
Oh
her
my
statement.
God, she did. She did. She says, now get back to your leaks.
Well, that sounds like permission.
It does sound a little bit like permission.
She's going to be like, oh God, what did I do?
It a little bit sound like permission. General Hogue says, see, I told you.
This is Echo Hay in the game all over again.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
My
Oh,
name
it's
is
double
Beck,
two-factor
and
authentication.
I like plants, and I'm a valley girl, and listen to me do all the things on a Rev show.
Still DJ's show. Thank you.
She clarified with approved.
Approved leagues. Okay, got it. All right. So speaking of approved leagues, let's. I do want to pull up and let's watch Beck's video. All right. We'll go through this, and then I'm going to answer more of Jules Verne's questions. All right. Wait, I did share. Hold on.
Beck wants
Guys,
you to talk
stop!
about the leaky ripped holes.
She just gave me permission. Hold on. She says I did share one earlier that I can share about. Okay, listen. No. I am not falling into this trap. I am not falling into this trap. You're gonna have to tell me exactly what I'm allowed to say.
Guess which one she's talking about. Was it this? Was it that? Let's discover them all and tell me which one.
You can, she said you can leak whatever you want as long as it's sexual innuendo.
I am not going to leak what I think you're talking about because you just specifically told me not to leak that. Okay, I can read that. Guys, let's watch Beck's video, and then I'm gonna give you the leak. Okay? Look, here is a text message from Queen Beck. Okay? And I will read it to you coming up here in just a little bit, but we got to watch your video first. All right? Beck, thank you very much. Have a great night. Thank you. And happy birthday from our community. Do I remember what the officers are now? Yes, I do remember. But mainly because they're coming in like a few hours. All right. Okay. Beck, have a wonderful sleep. We'll see you in a few hours. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to pull up Beck's video, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. And we're going to try to break down and see what we can find in this thing, Jules. All right. Let me turn this down, and here we go. Okay. Oh, you guys can't see. Boom! There we go. The Gorn Eviscerator.
Greetings, Commanders. My name is Beck, and today we'll be taking a sneak peek look at one of the things coming to Star Trek Fleet Command in Update 66, the Gorn Invasion Part 2. You know the drill. Go ahead and leave a comment below letting us know what server you're hailing from. This update goes live tomorrow, so bubble up those stations and buckle in, because we've got some things coming. Some time ago, our team introduced the beloved Discovery ship. Tomorrow, we make history as we launch its successor, the Gorn Eviscerator. This new ship has a few tricks up its sleeve, so let's take a look. The Gorn Eviscerator will be available to players Operations 40 and above, and has the capability to be upgraded to a maximum of 15 tiers.
All right, I just want to take a pause here very quickly and just take a look at what we see on this particular screen, Jules. All right, so obviously she just said it right before I paused the video. It is a 15-tier ship spanning G4, 5, and G6. All right. Starts at Ops 40 to build and will traverse 15 different tiers. Its passive ability, or its active ability, rather, is the spatial rip that we were just talking about here a little bit ago. And I'm wanting to take a look at some of the other pieces here. We're going to have to, I think I got to fast forward just a little bit more. So let's keep going.
This new ship is aimed to be a strategic and helpful tool to not only you, but your alliance, as it possesses the ability...
Right here. This is what I was going for, okay? This Gorn Eviscerator right here will increase isolated damage against Gorn Hunters. So this is what we were talking about earlier, Jules. It's going to make that loop even easier for those players who do struggle against the Gorn hostiles. And again, like Cruzito said, I know that's not him. It's not me. I get that. But for players who do struggle against the Gorn, and there are some out there, Jules, let's not pretend that that is an easy loop for everybody. There are some breakpoints, all right, where we've identified earlier in the month there were some challenge spots, okay? That being said, this will increase isolated damage against the Gorn by 200%. Berlin says, is that pre or post Cascade? Well, let's think about the formula for Cascade. Cascade is always after, okay? So this is increasing isolated damage the same way that artifacts and research would, and then your isolated Cascade is going to come in on top of that. So, Jules, we just did a big breakdown here not long ago on isolated Cascade. Can you just tell me what, say, I don't know, a Picard Beverly or a Pike Moreau data is going to do on a 200% data isolated boost from the Eviscerator?
Well, I can tell you that if let's say your NT data is, tier 4, so 30%, it's basically going to double your that 200%. So you'll be outputting almost 400% in Cascade. And that is before any of your other base isolatic damage.
That's right. And I do want to remind people that we were kind of teasing Canine Tooth here, I guess a couple of weeks ago, Jules, about him not wailing hard enough, and the maximum potential in the game at that point was only like 300% under the most ideal circumstances. And now we're talking about a ship that will immediately get you to 400%. Also, something else that the community is pointing out in the chat, which I think is fantastic, is taking a look at its cargo here at tier 1. All right, and again, keeping in mind that this is probably not a super well-researched account. It is a test account on a test server in a beta environment, but you're looking at 820,000 cargo at tier 1, Jules. That spells really good news for this ship as you tier it up.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's a nice big cargo.
It's got a pretty stout cargo.
Yeah, we were talking earlier also, I think it was, I think you had the question, Jules. What happens to the regular ISO matter that we get in the game? That would be from the traditional Gorn loop right now. This volatile ISO matter, it is not getting the loot boost, but this Apex ISO matter getting a 5,000% loot boost gain. That kind of tells me right off the bat, Jules, that this ship is probably going to be necessary to use the refinery. Okay.
Yeah, if you don't have that ship, you're not getting much.
You're probably not going to get enough to open the
refinery is even
refinery.
going to be open. Yeah, I wonder if the refinery is even going to be available without unlocking the ship.
Probably not. But I guess you could get a little bit, you could start grinding on the loot a little bit, but man, there's no point. Like, some people like to grind to get a head start. I would imagine in this particular case, not at all worth grinding this Apex Isomatter until you get the Gorn Eviscerator. Some people saying
or
tally
early strategy.
What's that?
Early strategy with the Eviscerator, you're actually punching down in level so that you can actually kill them with your Eviscerator if it's not as powerful as where you can naturally hit now.
Sure.
Just for the Apex loot, and then you're using your previous ships, your previous crews on the hostiles that you're used to hitting for the volatile loot.
Matter's pointing out, I guess I know what ship I'm going to be putting Tarka's Isolytic Forbidden Technology on. Does kind of seem like it fits here really well, especially since that is a Gorn artifact, a Gorn fighting artifact. So yeah, Tarka's Isolytic Fleet or Forbidden Tech obviously belongs and will probably be perfectly matched for the Gorn Eviscerator. So answering that question right there about the loot gain. All right, going to continue on.
Ability to open spatial rips for quick movement between systems, allowing players to bring not only themselves through a wormhole, but Alliance members as well. In addition, it is the first ship with passive isolated damage abilities, making it ideal for quick progression with Gorn Hunter hostiles. Let's take a look at the Gorn Eviscerator a little more closely. This new ship possesses the active ability Spatial Rip, allowing a player to literally rip a hole in space to create a temporary one-way portal to the system that they're in. Here's how it works. When a player opens a Spatial Rip, a portal will appear in the player's system and a message is sent in Alliance chat. An ally will then need to open the system viewer of that system to be able to use the wormhole and travel through the wormhole that was created. Now, there are restrictions, such as the duration and usage, which we will have more information about tomorrow on.
So that actually did just show that the traveling ship had to use juice.
It did. Now they are using the juice from the Titan boost. So I know that the actual it may just be a stand-in currently.
A logo, probably a stand-in. Like icon asset.
Or or it's like a stand-in for
right
token
there.
currency.
Yeah, 'cause Axion Particles isn't the Titan juice.
Yeah.
But the
That
picture
looks
is.
like the Titanite, yeah.
Yeah.
But
it was what, 3,000
from
for
the
them
sound
to
of it.
open?
Yeah, Raj, I get it.
From the sound of it, though,
that
we
was
might
not
be
on my
getting
notes.
daily income.
That was not on my notes. So let me go back and see. I don't want to flash anything up on the screen, so I don't know
So
what
that must mean there might be a daily income, regardless of ship unlock.
Let's see.
There would have to be. That would be terrible if they were like you didn't get that until you got the Eviscerator.
Hang on, I'm trying to look at my notes.
Otherwise, we'd have to find some way to just utterly spam their message boards with something like whole juice, like hashtag whole juice.
Yeah, or take our 5,000 mice back from back.
Whole juice.
All right, hang on. I'm going to read to you my notes
for whole juice.
I'm going to read to you my notes. This is what I've got. When opened, a message in Alliance chat is sent. The portal will only appear in the player's system. No interactable system entities. All right, so the basically the portal, that would have been the red button. This button right here.
Ooh.
Yeah, the 3,000.
This right here.
So maybe
you press that button, you have to be in that system in order for that button to appear, but there's nothing really for you to interact with in the system. An ally will need to open the system viewer of System A to be able to use the portal and insta-warp to it.
Oh, okay.
So you need to spend currency to just skip the going through the portal? And then, but if you just manually fly through the portal, you don't have to spend anything?
I don't know.
No, you can set the course for free, or you can use the portal, which will probably require juice. And it says ally, not Alliance member. So I wonder if that has to do with the Alliance flag.
It is
ally.
Yeah, no, these are it is
Alliance only.
I bet it's Alliance only.
Yeah, it is Alliance only. Yeah, that's setting course or jumping, just like disco would be. All right. The spatial rip will have a usage counter tracking how many ships have entered. The usage will be restricted based on the level of the system, based on grade, which we talked about. Any player can travel to system within their grade or below. Ships that enter through a rip get a free one-time instant recall. Tiering up the ship will increase the number of ships that can pass through the rip and allow the rip to stay open longer. Okay. That is all I've got on it. Those are my notes. So, yeah, they never told me anything about it using juice.
Another question in the chat for you. Does the ship need to be home first, like in wave defense? Or can it be out in space?
You have to travel to which ship? The Eviscerator?
No, the other ships that are trying to use the spatial rip.
They have to fly to where your base is. They have to fly to where the rip is open, and the rip is going to open in the system where your base is.
So it doesn't matter if they're at home in base or if they're out in space somewhere else.
They have to fly
as long as they can travel there.
That's
they can
right.
Get there. Okay.
That's right. So your base is going to have to be based a little bit lower. Right? Like a base a base that's up in G5 is not going to help anybody.
Wouldn't it be nice though if you fly through the portal? That's no cost, but it'd be nice if you skipped having to go through that whole like 2-way trip and just go straight to the portal system. If you spent the currency like shown, that'd be cool, right? Like you just spend like a tiny bit and you get to skip the whole.
Okay, hang on.
2-step.
Sorry. Gorn Eviscerator is the same jump ability as the original Disco. Okay.
Unless this is just talking about the instant jump.
No. No. Okay. It does use juice to travel. I don't know if I should say this or not, but yeah, there is juice both ways. Okay, so there's juice both ways. Glad we saw that. I misunderstood that. I don't know. I don't know.
I
if
like
should...
how they're just like, oh, don't tell. Like, why was that? Like,
no.
I
So it was missing on my first page of notes. It is on my second page of notes, and I did not actually understand what this meant at the time. I just thought it was techno babble, and now I get it. So I feel like it's not trash, Cruzito.
Well, I think we just need to find out if our alliance members can get the juice without having to obtain the Eviscerator first.
Yeah, that's the kicker.
That is the real kicker, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Oh, I can't bring my alliance mates. Oh, so the ship is utterly useless to me. Like that's an important detail.
That is a very important detail. And I'm gonna straight up admit, community, I missed that detail. And I've seen this for like the last 2-3 months, and I missed that detail.
And not just that too, but this is the release arc. So day 1 or whatever, or have.
Hang on, no need to riot yet. There's no need to riot.
No, I meant like the gift chest
All right.
starter amount. So like here's your starter amount of Jumpstart to get started with the feature. So you get to enjoy the feature at its release. Not just like you get to start at sum 0 and then like by week 2 you're actually asked to care about it. You know.
All right.
When you have enough of the currency.
No rioting. Stop rioting. No burning.
I just meant like you gotta give them like here's your jump start of currency to get you started and interested.
Mud says, it kind of makes sense that you're going to need the ship to get the juice. And now we've seen that you've got to have the juice in order to traverse the wormhole. That is a problem. But and I'm gonna freely admit to you guys, I missed that. And golly, I'm so sorry. I probably had a chance to influence this a little bit. This was in my notes, but I missed it. They used weird abbreviations. They called them transversals. Come on. Okay, Jules, they called them spatial rip creations and transversals. I did not know what a traversal. I didn't know what that meant.
This is why you need the nerds from the lab.
God!
I completely agree.
I think I foobarred this.
I didn't foobar. You guys don't blame me.
We don't know how to get the traversals yet. So
I didn't know about the traversals. Cruzito says, yes, you actually did. You just didn't read. I know. I did. But I did.
Jules would be there like, wait a second. Traversals. What is that?
I didn't.
I've never heard that before.
I got it.
That's new terminology.
Dragon Keeper says, I tried to tell you this ship will not help the free to play. If this is actually true, then I will actually agree.
See you guys in June.
There is no way the traversals are not sourceable. You guys have lost your mind. Somebody has thought of this.
There's no way, right? Hammy!
It could make sense.
It's not like Mantis is pay only.
Hold on. I am not eating any more pickles.
For it.
There's no way this. I'm sending messages right now. Right now, Hammy.
Said nobody ever.
Hammy.
Like the entire tone of the video is helping your alliance and bringing your friends.
Hammy.
It would be weird if you had to buy the ship.
I need help.
To be a friend that got brought.
No.
Just message Beck in all caps. You're traversing a thin ice.
I sent her a message. I said, "Are you still watching? I have a serious problem." She says, "I am
Monkey, we can't watch the rest of the video. That would make sense. We got to panic and freak out and say it's terrible first.
All right, fine. Let's watch the
That
video.
was created.
Okay.
Now, there are restrictions, such as the duration and usage, which we will have more information about tomorrow on launch. But once that duration is reached, the spatial rip will close and disappear. There will be a usage counter that tracks how many ships can use it, and that will be based on the level of the system. As a note, players can travel to any system within their grade or below, and ships that travel through a wormhole get a free...
Hold on. Can I just point out that even on their test server...
I was about to say, yes. Go on.
That even
Do not
on
look
the,
at the ship.
Even on
Do
the
not look
test
at the
server, rubber banding is a thing. Even on the beta server, this is a feature, not a bug. It has now been proven.
Scopely YouTube video. Zippity zoopity doodah. Bouncy bouncy.
There will be a usage counter that tracks how many ships can use it, and that will be based on the level of the system.
There's 3.
As a note, players can travel to any system within their grade or below, and ships that travel through a wormhole get a free, one-time insta-recall not affected by warp range. Tearing up the Gorn Eviscerator will increase the number of ships that can pass through the spatial...
Do what? I missed you.
Why is the Gorn Eviscerator a frickin' Talios?
Oh, it's a new refit.
A beta environment, okay? Stop it. They probably didn't have the artwork done yet. Okay,
that wasn't the Eviscerator. That was the
they were
the
just
guy's tally.
They were traversing
in through the ripped hole.
They were traversing the rip. Okay,
A Talioserator.
It was a traversal. All right, let's continue.
Grade or below, and ships that travel through a wormhole get a free, one-time insta-recall not affected by warp range. Tearing up the Gorn Eviscerator will increase the number of ships, one-time insta-recall not affected by warp range.
By the way, it is definitely... Oh, I'm trying to go back. It definitely is a tally with the tag of Gorn Eviscerator. You guys can't see that. Can you see it? I'm gonna turn my camera off.
Like I said.
Yeah, I can see it now.
Beta. Stop it, people. It was beta. The artwork wasn't done yet. Oh my God, you guys are killing me.
Tearing up the Gorn Eviscerator will increase the number of ships that can pass through the spatial rip and allow the spatial rip to stay open longer. Alliances that utilize this new ability can now work together to assist one another to take on challenges in combat or strategize around relocating alliance members to places that they couldn't otherwise reach. Ripping a hole in space is pretty darn cool, but there's even more to this ship. Let's take a look at its passive abilities. Hunt the Hunters is a passive ability that increases isolated damage against Gorn Hunter hostiles. Rigorous Extraction, the Gorn Eviscerator's second battle ability, will amplify Apex Isomatter when you defeat a Gorn Hunter with the ship. Tearing up the ship will increase isolated damage, and these abilities become critical to the Gorn Eviscerator Refinery bundles, which have been added to the Isomatter tab located in the Eviscerator Refinery.
Question.
Okay, yeah, question, answer. Gotcha. So this is where they're going to show up, by the way, in the Isomatter Refinery. All right, what's your question?
So is it the active ability or the passive abilities, plural, or both, that are in fact increased by tearing up the ship? Sounds like it's all of it.
Yeah, it does sound like it's all of it. Well, it sounds like it's all of it, but it's probably not. Remember when we saw the NX-01, we thought that there was going to be things that increased about it, and then it stayed common all throughout, like with the 9, remember the 9-shot delay, things like that. That never changed, even though it looked as a variable. I don't know if that 5,000% is going to get better as you tier it up, or the isolated damage output, but I mean, it certainly makes sense that they could by ship level, but that is probably yet to be determined. Okay.
Well, somebody else here was able to confirm that.
She did say in the video both that the isolatic does go up. She just said it. We just heard it. And earlier in the video, she said that the number of people you can bring with you increases as you tear up the ship. So I think that the tear up does affect both the passive and the active abilities.
It very well may, and that would be normal. The NX-01 was actually the exception to that rule. So we'll continue on.
The more you
here.
tier the ship, the more friends you can bring to your whole party.
Well, we already know that. That is true. I know that.
Let's just see that the ship ability is isolatic damage, and the other ship ability is Apex loot bonus. And because they are ship abilities, every single ship in this game has a ship ability that increases by its level, not just its tier, but its level. Its active ability may also shift based on tier. Some do, some don't. So I'm thinking that the ISO damage and loot bonus definitely increase.
Ha. There you go.
Okay,
So they can
and
do
that
it by
makes sense.
tier where it's like level 21.
Now I want to read
26.
this in the chat very quickly. This is actually super cool. Annie McAnnyface brings up a concern, Jules, and I want to read this and tell Annie why Annie doesn't need to be concerned about this. Annie writes, players going out to a system outside their normal warp range will need to be careful about relocating their base, as they won't be able to relocate without someone else helping with another rip. Tell me why that's not accurate.
Because if they can view any level 1 system with a station or
you don't have to be able to
anywhere
travel
right now and tell me how you were not able to do that.
That's
But
right.
also,
you
if
don't
we
have
were
to be
talking
trapped.
earlier about having ships that were trapped in high warp ranges, you can always disco them home. Even if you can't kill them on a nearby hostile, you can still disco them to wherever your base is, even if it's out of warp range.
That's correct.
And then you can relocate.
That's correct.
The trouble of being
would
out
you
there
run?
is that you're kind of stuck, where only a few ships can get out.
If somebody makes a hole and someone goes through the hole to a place that they're nowhere close being able to warp to, and then they relocate their base up there, how would they get back? They can't.
Because relocation is a different mechanic. You can reload now.
Yeah.
Remember,
Oh
all
yeah,
your,
okay, right.
that's right.
Yeah, you don't need a ship.
all
just
your
need to see
ships have to be home,
Yeah.
or you can have
Okay.
all your ships in a destination system.
Hundreds of players trapped.
That used to be a thing. Like, let's go back 5 years. How do I reload my base? It used to be that all ships had to be in dock and you could view another system. That's right. Relocation has no warp range. The only requirement is that you can view that system. Okay.
Now, for the G5 Armadas, there isn't a single G5 Armada system that has a housing system.
But there are
the
mining
spatial
systems.
Rip,
There are mining
this is
systems.
true, but I meant the spatial rip though allows you to bring up people to the Armada systems where the relocation was not an option.
That's correct.
So they can now get their main ship there in ways they couldn't before.
There you go. Black Wolf says, what happens if a system has multiple rips? It could only be multiple rips by different alliances, because your alliance can only have one rip in one system at a time. Okay.
Is
Is
there
that
a
true
limit
of
on
both
the
the
rips?
entrance hole and the exit hole? Or there can only be one rip anywhere active.
There can only be one rip in a destination system. So
Destination system. Okay.
Yeah.
Follow-up question. If a different alliance opens a rip, can your alliance open a rip?
They've told me yes. They've told me yes.
Okay.
So if
just
someone
your
opens
alliance
a rip in my territory's capture, I'm able to do a rip there too, even if it's second.
Yes.
Okay.
But their alliance could not open a second concurrent rip. They would have to expire their first rip, and then they could start a second rip.
Well, they could open the second one in the alpha or beta system.
I know,
like the counter
Swimbot, they
system.
keep calling it entrance holes, and I wish they would stop.
It's a rip. Damn it.
It's a rip, okay?
The,
Stop.
The any holes?
It's not with a hole. Hashtag there is no hole. Okay?
It's the any rip and the outie rip.
All right, I'll stop encouraging that. I'm sorry.
All right. That's right. One rift per alliance per system. Okay. Let's continue now. See if we can find some more stuff to make fun of DJs with. All right.
Added to the Isomatter tab located in the Eviscerator refinery. From here, players can claim those rewards. The Eviscerator refiner will provide you with the Gorn Eviscerator parts needed to upgrade the ship, as well as 3 other rewards: PvP Isolate Defense Artifact Shards, Update 65 and Update 66 Officer Shards, and ship parts. players will want to ensure that they're doing the research associated with the ship to increase volatile isomatter gained from using the ship, as well as increase its warp range. We've got a lot more information about the ship tiers and rewards on our blog, so be sure to take a look at that over on our website. Are you ready to travel through spatial rips to aid your alliance in combat? Be sure to let us know in the comments below, and if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to the channel to keep up with updates like these and more, because we've got a lot of content coming. Until tomorrow, we're signing off. Live long and prosper, Commanders.
All right, there you go. Live long and prosper, Commanders. That is the Gorn Eviscerator, and that launches tomorrow. Does the rip need juice? That is what we have just determined that it does. And that is actually already a primary. I got to be honest with you. Obviously I missed that.
Where have you been?
I missed that. Okay. And listen, I'm not gonna 1000% blame Scopely on this, because I have had the same deck of notes for 3 months, and I never fully understood this until this moment. And I kept saying, yeah, this is cool, this is good, this is great, this is cool. I never once told him, hey, this is a bad idea.
Do we need juice for the holes? I think. Well, we should ask Lube about this. He might.
Stop.
Okay, that's it, Blue
Stop
Mandalorian.
it, Blue.
It's time for bed.
Brent, can I go through a rip to a destination system that would otherwise require mission completion or tokens? Tokens, yes, but it'll cost a token. Mission completion, no. If the system is warp locked, not warp locked. If it's mission token locked, then no, you cannot do it. All right? It has to be, you have to have unlocked that warp path in order to be able to rip there.
Now the lucrative systems with the tokens,
you still have to have the token
unlocked. So okay, that's fair. Yeah.
You still have to have the token.
Yeah, you need the ops for that.
That's correct. You have to have a certain ops level to get the lucrative token, at least if you're talking about the Bajoran ones.
I guess
yeah.
Another shortcut for quickies is the silent hostile systems. Those have nodes in them as well. No, that might be a thought for reaching. Any player has those tokens. So
I'm texting. I'm accepting responsibility for missing that. God, I can't believe I missed that, Jules.
I mean, to be fair, if there is a standard income, like an everyday collection, it will be an easier pill to swallow.
What is the juice called, and how do you get it? That's all we need to know.
I am not allowed to tell you that yet. But it's... That's a bummer.
Could be Axion particles like the video. Could be Titan juice. Or it could be Italios. I'm not quite sure.
It could be a tally.
Definitely one of the three.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
It's call it Gornergy.
Gornergy. Oh, Dragon Keeper says it's a new juice. Yes, it is a new juice. All right. And I am trying.
So I haven't seen, I don't know if this is another question for you, DJs. I'm not sure this has been talked about.
Man.
I would presume there is more research coming that will assist this ship. Do we know what the research particle is?
I actually don't know what the name of it is. Let me see if I can find it.
Or do we know that there is research and how we may gain that particle?
Is there any sourcing for those new primes?
You said there's research, right?
Yeah.
You unlock the currency for
the graphic,
upgrading the ship and the new research.
Yeah, the graphic actually said that there was research. Right? Yeah, right here.
For sure.
Right here. Unlock related research to the Gorn Eviscerator. Oh, you guys can't see. Sorry. Okay. Boom. There it is. Now. Hi, Mamba. How are you? Okay, hang on. I'm going to answer the sourcing here in a second, Brent. I'm still reading.
A useful.
All right, so the name of the juice The name of the juice is Axion Plasma.
Ah.
Axion Plasma.
Axion Plasma.
So Starbases
allows Axion Plasma allows use of the ship ability. They're calling it AKA wormhole juice.
I do want you to know that Blue is in charge of charts, so it may just be whole juice.
If there's a whole juice on that part, I'm editing it out.
I'm not gonna lie.
No, don't.
Gornergy is
Gornergy.
getting up there.
Gornergy is now the shiny new toy. Gornergy.
But I mean, but it's hard because anything juice is just so catchy. Just could be Gorn juice or it doesn't need whole juice doesn't sound quite right. Rip juice sounds better. Rip juice doesn't sound like a violation. Somehow.
Look in the lower left-hand corner of that graphic where it says use the Gorn Eviscerator parts to upgrade the Gorn Eviscerator and unlock related research.
That's right. I do not see a separate research particle. I see.
So it looks like that thing does both, which is nice.
Well,
it could be like export credits. Export credits are used in research and to build the NX-01.
Indeed.
Or maybe it's just purely unlocking. Like maybe there is no currency. Maybe it's just regular research that has unlocking side of the ship. That would be too new.
I'm hoping that they source even a small amount because it looked like it was 3,000 to open a rip, but only 100 to use it. So am hoping that they do source even a small amount to all players, regardless of whether they have the ship or not, through events or some other form.
All right, I can give you an analogy on that. So, a traversal is 3.5 times cheaper than a creation.
Okay.
Yeah. What's for every?
I
probably shouldn't
just
say
like
this,
a jump and summon.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't do all this detail, but now we're panicked. For
It's
every
better to prevent misinformation.
For every 1.5 creations, you could traverse 10 times. So
well, there you go.
What is that? About 3.5x? There's another ratio.
I would imagine that officers or levels and whatnot can end up making that more efficient.
Yeah, potentially.
Yeah, whatever.
There's another ratio. Tell me, hey Jules, tell me if this ratio holds because it's two different tiers. 1.5 to 10 as far as creations and traversals, and then 2.6 creations to 12 traversals. Does that ratio hold, or does that change any?
I don't even understand.
2.6 to 12?
Yeah.
Is 1.5 to 10 the same as 2.6 to 12 is his question?
No.
All right, so that scales a little bit then.
No. So, I mean, well, that just means that the costs are either different or one is increasing and the other one's staying static. But it sounds like they're...
So it sounds like ripping a hole costs 1,000.
Or it sounds like it becomes more efficient to create the higher that your Eviscerator is than just by joining. But it also does sound like you basically need the ship to use somebody else's rip.
I am sure that it's going to cost more as you tier up because you can go further. That is definitely skill.
Oh, you think it's going to be more efficient or less efficient?
Less efficient as you tier it up.
That's true.
Ooh.
Hopefully they're learning their lesson.
To create, not to travel, but to create. Yeah, they're going to charge more to create refs that go further. Yes, they will.
That makes sense.
Well, go further, but not like the higher tier though. Like the higher tier of your ship, the cheaper it should get.
Well,
just like with the disco.
That is it though. The further it can go, the more ships and the longer the more expensive it'll get. Like you don't think
Well, I
about it
meant
just
the
being the tier, because we're looking at
the
higher
cost-
tiers. Higher tiers might cost just a little bit more, but it can also transmit 5 times as many ships and stay open 5 times as long too. So,
or maybe have the cost be independent of tier and more tied to warp range or something.
I don't know. I don't honestly know. All I can I've got 4 data points is all I've got, and I probably shouldn't have said what I said, but now I'm freaking out about these traversals. So there is I've got 4 data points. That's all I've got on creations versus traversals.
Well, the numbers that you gave are not freaking me out. The 1.5 to 10, that makes perfect sense to me.
Creation
Yes.
being more expensive and allowing players to use them. Now, I will say this. Let's pretend for a second. Let's just pretend that there is a drip, right? I'm not saying that there is. Or let's pretend that they're going to give a gift chest that's going to start everybody out, because that's not unheard of either, okay? That means people who have the ship are going to use their wormhole juice faster, but people who don't have the ship, the free-to-play, will be able to use it at a rate of 6 to 8x as much as somebody who's creating them, right? Like, I can open 1, but on that 1, somebody could travel 8 different times. Does that make sense? 1.5 to 10. 1.5 to 10 is what it is. Same amount of juice that I could open 1.5 rips with, somebody else could travel 10 times with. That's a tier 1. Again, probably shouldn't have said it, but
That's not horrible in and of itself. It just like the real question that we'll see tomorrow, I guess, is how do you get that juice?
Exactly.
Is it possible for anybody to get it without the Eviscerator? That's what I think is going to matter the most.
Well, that's doesn't that come down to the update, the app update?
Yeah, we'll see when it happens.
I'm texting. Sorry, it got very quiet.
Disco.
You guys hear all the texting?
Experiencing a lull.
Low.
People are saying Disco is great because it has no cap on jump juice and it can stock up on event stores. And someone says it has a cap. I'm like, I'm with Tarbitude on this one. It doesn't have a cap.
I mean, it does have a cap though. If you're
but at the same time, if you're living that life, like you sweet, you're poor sweet summer child.
General Hoke says the whole show has been too gornographic for his taste. I'm so sorry.
I agree. I completely agree with you. I apologize.
All right.
Vote Gornix.
Let me see if I can get an answer real quick. And I know Iron Chef just went on. I'm already cutting into the night shift. Samo's going to be over there. Captain Jesse, Morbid John. We're going to have to go check them out here very shortly. But let me do this. Let me take our final break. Let me see if I can get an answer on this piece before I leave you for the night, because I don't want to be panicked about that. So let me see what I can get. I'm reaching out to a couple of people, and we'll see what we can find. You guys don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after this quick short break, and we'll get you some answers. All right, stand by. It's not hard garbage, Cruzito. It's not garbage. There might be a small hiccup. I'm working on. Listen, Jules, I can't blame them. I've been looking over this same set of notes for 3 months. Man, Scopely, this looks great. I'm getting very excited. I'm very excited about Meg.
Drop the shovel, DJ.
Do what?
Drop the shovel. I mean, they did use acronyms that you didn't fully understand.
I didn't understand what a traversal was.
Well, what could that be? Traversal.
Okay.
Traversal.
Could you clarify?
I should have asked for definitions of all the words. I didn't.
In all fairness to you, they do change terms quite frequently. Like spatial rip was actually coded as wormhole. I'm not sure that would have more or less jokes than rip, but it is a different term.
But we will beat them into submission of defining them by asking like all the time. Like, what is this new term? Oh, it's a new name for an existing term.
So Blue and I just got our NDA, and we just lost our NDA.
Falcon says, DJ, that's why you have a team to look it over and tell you what you missed. I can't share it with a lot of people, although I'm very excited that I will be able to start sharing with Jules and Blue and Griffin's been gone. I could have shared it with Griffin, but Griffin's been dealing with a little something.
Yeah.
And Bubba quit, and Ripper's gone. Like I was on my own for a minute.
Josie got married. Should have known it wouldn't get far.
Oh. I know. I miss Bubba. All right. It does not appear that I'm going to get this answer. So either that or I'm also causing a panic over at Scopely headquarters because they're all like, wait a second.
They've thought of this. They've thought of it.
But
if they thought about giving us the free trip home.
I don't know. Was it 9 ads? I apologize. No, I don't. Buy a sub. Somebody gift Bud Knight a sub. He's complaining about ads.
Bud Knight, you too can skip the ads for the low price of only $4.99 a month, or free with your Amazon Prime subscription.
That's right. It could be completely free. Skip the ads, freebie.
Or Griffin can just buy you one for the first month, and then you can figure it out yourself.
That. Griffin bought you a sub. Now you don't have to mess with it anymore.
Yeah, get that free sub.
There
Watch
you
Fallout.
go.
It's all good.
See, look at that. Look at that, Bud Knight. You are good now. You are good and golden. All right, I'm going to have to type this out again. All right.
Oh, no. We are experiencing a lull.
Sorry.
Please stand by. Cue Jeopardy music.
Tavamosa, the only reason I say that is they thought enough to give us a free trip home. And if they thought that far ahead, then clearly they thought, oh, how do you get the juice? How do people get the juice who don't have the ship? So there is a plan. The Axiom Plasma, if you will.
Like, imagine if you went on the Star Trek cruise and they just said, no, we can't get back on.
Right.
One way.
Tavamosa, I'm pretty sure. I'm 91.8% sure.
That's a very precise number.
Spectre, the plan cannot be to swipe the card, because if it were...
What's the point?
Right. I mean, that doesn't increase spending and participation and engagement if you don't have a way to engage in the first place.
Yeah, this is entirely based on alliance engagement, and without
I was hoping we would talk about
universal like access to
right.
that feature, then the feature itself is devalued.
I was hoping we would talk about this new Starfleet Academy. Is anybody excited about that? I'm excited to click in there and check that out.
What?
The new Starfleet Academy thingy.
Do you think that we can actually check that out? I thought it was level based, or is that open for all levels?
It didn't say that it was only starting players. It's definitely geared towards people introing into the game, but it looked pretty cool.
I think it looks great. I think even if it was just for new players, I think it's a fantastic way to get people into the game and give them early milestones.
Let's be honest. Anyone starting the game is going to be
Yes,
like, there are how many officers? And you're just going to be like, yeah, just start from ground zero. You'll be fine.
They're
But within
They're gonna have to start just throwing officers at you to get you caught up with them.
which
I
they are
agree.
doing
They're
though.
doing.
With with ops by ops 15, you essentially can have free Gorkon and free Kirk.
It really seems as though the mentality at Scopely has shifted a bit to get people to be more engaged with officers and give us more opportunity to level up our officers than we had, say, a year or two ago. And I think that that's great because that's always been the pain point is how am I ever going to see a level 5 ever? And now, they're starting to give these away to the new players. I think that's a really good thing. It's a good way to get people hooked.
There's one thing that Scopely they often fail to keep an eye on is the scope scales. So like every month they're releasing officers and they need to take into account that as you increase the total volume, you have to account for that scaling other ways. Otherwise you just end up with an impossible cliff of sourcing or something like that. So usually our content creator encouragement gets them to like, oh, by the way, it's been over a year. Can you add something to the transporter patterns? Or
well, I agree with you, and that's exactly what we're seeing here, where literally current month arc, and previous month arc officers are now going to be sourceable with this new mechanic, and it's happening without having to introduce a new hostile. They're just adding another payout for killing the same hostile. I think that's brilliant, and it's really what the Enterprise arc needed desperately, because that the exact opposite thing happened with Enterprise. So I think the mentality is shifting, and that's wonderful.
I like the artifact shard. I think that you can get direct artifact shards on this particular artifact. It's like similar to temporal,
they say, which is great. Yeah.
Yeah, they did tell us that was exclusive. They are not, knock on wood, they said that they are not selling this artifact, that it is going to be exclusively through this loop. Where was that?
That's really cool.
The Cephalokoski.
Doesn't mean there won't be events.
Can you pronounce that? The Cephalokosk? Am I saying that right? Cephalakask? Cephalakasku? Cephalakaski?
Just call it the Gorn helmet.
It looks like a helmet that goes on top of the ship to protect
it.
No, that's a Gorn helmet. You remember in Strange New Worlds that episode where the Gorn was wearing that helmet? That's a Gorn helmet.
Or a coffin.
Yeah, we'll call it a Gorn. Say it with pudding voice.
It's a Cephalakaski. The Cephalakaski artifact, bud.
A Caskew.
The Cephalakaski are you? Quick, call it a Cephalakaski. It's a Cephalakaski, obviously. Cephalakask for the last Cephalakaski.
Cephalakask.
Cephalakaski. I got your Cephalakaski right here.
Oh my.
Anyway.
The Sephi cask.
All right, I don't think I'm going to get an answer on this tonight, guys. So I've posed it. I've put it in multiple chats, but I don't think I'm getting an answer on this tonight. So
well, I do appreciate your 1989 Cinemax music you put on while we raid. Very nice.
You're welcome.
But I would say it would be nice to see at some point to have a after X amount of time, no matter what, this thing is added to this field training or this whatever thing that adds its sourcing as a catch-up kind of thing. Just after so long of a period of time.
The ship is an interceptor, by the way, those you were asking.
Indeed. Tells us a little bit about the firing pattern, maybe.
All right, sorry, I was still hoping for something. All right, I got nothing. All right, anyway, what I was authorized to share with you earlier is that there will be a free-to-play path announced on day 1.
Wonderful. Round of applause.
Round of applause. Okay, where's the button for that?
Round of.
Oh, God.
Can't take you anywhere.
All right, there.
All right, go. All right.
You're fired.
DJ, learn to use your mixer before you get on live streams.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Shut up in the back.
All right. There is a free-to-play path that will be announced tomorrow. It's planned. It will be released. It says here, I don't know when it launches, but I think I'm allowed to tell you what it is tomorrow. I think. God, now I don't know.
Just leak it. It's an approved leak.
Oh,
It
I feel
is.
like
I
it was
even
an
gave you
approved leak.
permission.
The specific text message says, you are approved to share the free-to-play path, that there will be one. But you don't know when it launches.
Well, you can explain the path, and part of the path would include how long the path runs.
Are you sure?
It says right there, you're free to explain
It
the
says that there
free-to-play
will
path.
be one. You know what? I'm going to play it safe tonight. That there will be one. It's planned. But I don't know when it launches. I'm going to play it safe tonight. Because I already,
Play it
already
safe,
messed up.
and then say, where is my free-to-play juice sourcing?
Brent says it's a nothing. No, it's not a nothing message. That there is a free-to-play path that will be announced on day 1. I scream and scream and scream about this. Nobody gets to be grumpy about that. I fight for that every single time there's a ship. That I want there to be day 1, transparent, consumer-educated sourcing so that you know how long it's going to be if you decide not to buy the ship. I am not fussy about that. I fight for that literally every single time they gave it to me this time. No qualms, all right? There will be a free-to-play path
there's nothing wrong with that.
tomorrow. Announced tomorrow. And then you will be able to determine, do I want to wait or do I want to buy the ship? All right, there you go.
And remember, we don't know when it's starting, but it's tomorrow.
It's announced tomorrow. Killer, it's not trash. Why do you guys all say it's trash? It's not trash. I'm still very excited.
Yeah.
Although,
why don't you look inside the refinery before you say it's trash?
yeah, and I'm not allowed to show you the refinery yet.
Yeah, but there is gonna be one. It's a loop.
And you'll like it.
And I've already seen it, and I like it. Hey, listen, I said this. I said that I was going to buy the ship, even if Scopely didn't give it to me. Does that mean anything? Does that mean anything to anybody?
It means there's value in it. I hated.
That's
the
right,
Mantis.
Blue.
The Mantis was a spit in the face. I still bought it because I needed that Syndicate XP.
Yeah.
Just saying. Let me look at something here. Hang on.
I'll buy it. I can't learn anything unless I buy it.
Yeah. I mean, there's like a few ships where, you know, like I probably shouldn't have bought that one, but definitely not the especially usually not the refinery based ones, because those are usually the hurry up and get started.
Yeah,
I think
those
I'm not
ones I
looking
like.
at the proper chart at the moment.
Didn't like the cube.
Like the cube is like hurry up for the sake of the cube. So there's no rush. It's not assisting other loops. The cube itself is the assist.
Yeah, exactly. I don't use mine ever. So.
Oh, I use mine quite a bit now that I got up to tier 11.
Okay.
I don't know. I got mine max for my level.
Sherlock Holmes says, "Can you trust a guy who spent $2,000 on a Mayflower?" It was only $1,000. It was only $1,000.
That's ridiculous enough.
I did not spend $2,000.
What about inflation over time?
Joker says, "I still, not really, DJ. I still remember the cube, and I still like the cube." You guys, don't
cube
get.
has utility.
Listen, you guys don't get brutalized by this cube every single day.
You get annihilated by Jonathan Ingram's cube. 1.8 billion.
I
Next
agree,
time that
Dragon
you,
Keeper.
like-
Everybody gives me grief about how I like the cube.
Next time Beck does that like player stat video, and someone's gonna be like, your favorite ship, Jonathan Ingram's gonna be like, the more cube.
Yeah, obviously. James Bond says, can you trust an almost Ops 59 free-to-play telling you don't need to buy it? I feel like that was a double negative in that statement. Can I trust an Ops 59 free-to-play telling you don't need to buy it? I mean, if there was an Ops 59 free-to-play, he plays the game super ridiculously well, probably better than anybody else really in the game. Are you talking about DeckX? Is DeckX Ops 59? I would be impressive if he was.
Well, I'm saying, like, I'm gonna, of course, get my second opinion when I look through the article and everything like that. But from what I know already, I am leaning towards auto buying this ship.
James Bond, you can't determine whether or not it's worth to buy the ship because you haven't seen what it gives yet. But if you're an Ops 59,
I've seen it, and I'm auto buying.
If you're an Ops 59 free to play, then I don't imagine you think it's worth it to spend on anything, right?
I mean,
Since
you
you're free to play?
gotta look it through, make your own decision.
Well,
But for
you
my own
haven't
decision,
spent in
I saw
5
value.
years. You haven't spent in 5 years, on anything, then you're probably not going to spend on this. That doesn't mean that it's not a cool product. Blue said something a minute ago. He said, listen, I've seen the data. I'm going to auto buy it. I said the same thing. I will buy it. Like, it's not even a question to me. I think Scopely's going to give me one, but if they didn't, I'd buy it. And I'm actually thinking about buying it anyway, Blue, because then I'm going to get 2.
Well, they figured out the loophole to get me to give them money. Give me value, and I'll give you money.
Yeah. So yeah, there's some good looking stuff in this thing. Where do you have?
Like, I want to see the research. I want to see the events.
Hey, where's the?
I want to see it all come
do
together.
you have refinery data? Is it in the lab?
Just
no, we
the
do not.
topics.
Oh,
Only
okay.
what was released publicly.
Gotcha.
This category. Yeah.
So we don't have refinery specific data yet.
Nope.
Okay.
Not yet. That you haven't provided me yet.
How do I get the Gorn forbidden tech, Leon? Are you talking about Tarka's isolytic weapon? Isn't that? I think that's pay only right now, isn't it?
That's only.
Yeah, the existing one is pay only. The new one is.
The new one's an artifact.
Eviscerator.
No. This new one
It's an artifact.
is an
FT.
artifact, not a forbidden tech.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
Yeah. This new one.
Potato.
The cephalocasky.
I think he was asking.
Is an
I think he was
artifact.
asking about the forbidden tech.
It's a
The isolytic
cephalocasky.
forbidden tech,
It's a cephalocasky.
which is pay only.
Yeah, basically the cephalocasky is. Oh, you didn't unlock Dr. Tiana yet? Oh, that sucks.
I
Here
really
you
want
go.
this to be called the cephalocasky.
It's a head helmet. That's what it translates to. Head
An
helmet.
octopus head helmet, actually.
Octopus. That's right.
It's an octopus
Cephalopod.
helmet.
Yep.
Is Sam Kirk going to be in the refinery? Yes. I heard the chapel is. Also, yes.
Yeah. And Mbenga and whoever is coming tomorrow.
Cephalocask.
But weren't you making some
Joker.
comments, DJ, about historical? When's the last time an officer came out that month and you could have sourcing?
Yes. When was the last time that
Andy.
happened?
Yeah, I'm sure that question was just for complete coincidence out of nowhere.
Yeah. It's over 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
Over 2 years. So anyway,
You
you're
like
welcome.
that, you like that
Apex.
arc history chart?
That was brilliant, by the way. I love that. All right.
So, and then one thing I want to get working on is maybe with Rev or something is get those arc grades tied into this, so they can better track.
Oh yeah, that would be cool to go through that and look.
And like this is what people like. This is you see here every time you try to get money this way. No one liked it.
Apex says, will they add Hoshi in? That is not planned. No, it's only the new Strange New Worlds officers right now. Ow. My ankle was itching. Forgotten Sex says, just got home, tuning in. What did I miss? Well, that's it, everybody. Time to go. No, just kidding, Sec, but not really.
You have everything you need to get started tomorrow?
I'm actually 42
42
minutes late to hand off to Iron Chef. I feel terrible. I've cut into their time. You guys remember the Motley Crew. It is Iron Chef tonight. Major Samo, Morbid John, Scribbler, and Captain Jesse carrying you through the overnight. You did not miss trash. It is not trash, Dragon Keeper. Stop it with that. all night long, he's talking about it being trash. It's not trash. All right.
My favorite comment was like, it's like, it rips holes. Like, it rips ass.
Oh, you just had to go back to the hole.
No, but it does not. It does not, but it was hilarious.
That was entirely my fault.
Untrue, but hilarious.
It's not trash. All
Don't
right.
bring up juice again.
Yeah.
No juice, no holes, no hole juice.
It's Gornergy.
Gornergy. We are celebrating the launch of Gornography into the chat.
No entrance holes. None of that silliness.
All right. Yes, Becca.
Gornholios.
I will post the replay up immediately as soon as the show is over. Thank you, guys. All right, we're going to hop on over to see Iron Chef and hang out.
I guess we should start working on an ArcFall video now.
Eh.
I don't know what to put in it. I mean, I guess, yeah, I need to make something, don't I? All right, whatever. All right, tonight we're going to see Dr. Iron Chef. I'm going to do that now. Dr. Iron Chef. And he's probably very grumpy at me because we've taken time out of his show tonight. We were supposed to be there 44 minutes ago. Can you believe that? I'm terrible. I'm a terrible person.
Just tell him to get it from Rev Deuce since he spent that long on his show, you traitor.
Me? I was there for like 10 minutes. I was there for like 10 minutes. Really, truthfully, I was just coming to talk to Samo.
That's fair.
All right, guys. Thank you all very much. I appreciate you all. Thank you for tuning in to our ARC preview tomorrow night back here on Twitch to demonstrate the new ship, as I will indeed have it. We will demonstrate the new ship. We will talk all about the spatial rips. I will show you how it's used, and by then we will have a for sure solid answer on the use of wormhole juice and the sourcing of said. We will have it more here tomorrow. Thank you guys for tuning in to this ARC preview of Teaching Trek here on ArcFall Eve, the night of the preview, or the eve, rather, of May's Gorn Part 2. My name is UltimatDJz. Headed on over to see Dr. Iron Chef. Thank you guys so very much. I'm your friendly neighborhood cat person saying meow for now. Love you, back. Catch you on the next one. Good night, everybody.
Trust.